saw the like the battle site of them as you guys were on your way to eventually to where you are now. And she told you as well that there were a group of knights called the
Scarlet something? No, it
it
was
was
the Gray
the
Ladies?
Gray
The Gray
Maidens.
Maidens.
Yep, some armored knights that came from Corvosa. Um, and they apparently like teamed up with the or like kind of uh like befriended the Boggards
Yeah, the
and
frogs.
the frog people, yep. And they gave them like some weapons and such, and apparently they did some like whatever they did that from doing that uh gave them access to one of the caves that led apparently to under the Lady's Light, the dungeon that is down there that you guys are trying to get to as well. And according to Moreau, after doing that, Oriana, who's the leader of the Grey Maidens, came back and told her that she had found Sorshin down there and that Sorshin was alive and was like planning to raise up an army and go back and reconquer her kingdom. And Oriana was trying to recruit Moreau for that. Which Moreau thinks is kind of an absurd like notion and doesn't think she thinks something is weird is going on that isn't actually involving Sorshin being alive. But that's her theory on that. Oriana at least seemed convinced. Um, like Moreau didn't think Oriana was lying. Um, anyway, so she gave you kind of like three options. She said the troglodytes and Boggards both have caves that they might have that might lead there, but she gave you another one as well that had some sort of monster hiding in it, and you guys decided to go that one, which had it turned out had a Hydra in it.
Yeah, we got a Hydra.
So you guys
We killed.
fought the Hydra, killed it, and sure enough, the caves extended past its lair, and you moved through there, fought some Solifigids, found like a broken, it's kind of like a orb that had like a statue in it and was broken. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, you guys determined, I think actually with a little bit of help from Andal, that something had used to be trapped in that statue but got out. And then from there, you guys continued on. Like, there's 4 different ways out of there, including the way that you came in. But you guys continued on down further into it and found a peculiar room, which I'm going to reread the description for it again. Um,
Alright,
so,
sounds good.
because that's kind of going to set the scene for where we left off. Um, so the rough cave walls give way to a chamber of worked stone with walls made of blue-veined white marble. The ceiling is supported by columns masterfully sculpted to depict voluptuous women, warrior women rather, wielding two-headed gusarmes, with each column unique and strikingly detailed. At the center of the room, a 10-foot square shaft leads down into the darkness below.
Hmm.
And as Abrellis was moving into this room to kind of go examine this weird, uh, darkened shaft, basically that leads uh, down right in the center of this room. The 4 columns closest to you guys, uh, like you noticed them moving, and you noticed them in time that you guys will be able to roll initiatives. And I have you guys on this map here. So everybody can roll initiative as these statues begin moving.
Okay.
And readying their pole arms that they have to attack you.
My character sheet should be up to date, whatnot.
Okay.
And maybe not the spells per use. I have
Hey,
I have a minor calm right now. But they always come in waves.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm crossing my fingers that just nothing happens.
Well, until my boss says power's back up, they're gonna keep calling.
Okay, and I gotta add all 4 of these statue women. Yeah, they have like a ability basically where if they get to act in a surprise round over you, they have like a bonus to their initiative, but because they didn't,
They look like they're all wearing
card.
mortar boards.
Oh shit, if these are the kind of columns that I know them to be, have fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
It might be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't even change that one. Alright, they have negative initiative bonus, so.
Sweet. That means they can't go before me.
That's right. Alright, so yeah, Brellis gets to go first.
Oh, aha. Well, I'm not gonna engage them in melee if that's what you guys are thinking. I am a smart rogue. Instead, I'm going to attack them at range and fall back. I'm gonna take out my silver dagger and throw it at the statue to my right. And I'm going to... Let's see. I wish there was some space behind you guys. That would like give me a better angle on this.
There, I'll move Andal further back. I actually probably should put him on the turn order, but he's going to go last, so he's also got a 0 initiative, we'll say. Mostly because he's just not going to participate in combat unless something forces him to.
Silric's still hurt, yes?
Yes.
I thought I did a little bit of healing.
Okay,
We might not be
turn,
full.
I
I'm
got
at
phone calls,
31 out of 43.
On my turn, I'm gonna spontaneously cure him, and I'll type that in chat, and then you can just move on with next people's turn.
Alright, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so I throw a dagger at the one to my right.
Ooh. That will be a confirmed critical hit for that 1 extra damage.
I don't think it did the critical right. Did it? Oh, you know it did.
Alright, and yeah, so it takes, you said the one to your right. So, and it takes the precision damage as well.
To the character, right? Yeah. Does it look like it resists any of the damage?
Oh, to the character's right. So, wait, what? This one or this one?
Correct, the yellow line.
Okay, yeah, it does look like it resisted some of the damage.
Okay, and then I move back behind Silver. That's my turn.
Okay. Hannah heals Silric for 11.
Nice.
And then this one gets to go. It's gonna move over here with its use arm. And it's going to swing out at Pilbo with its reach weapon. Ron, you're still here, right? Okay. Ooh, that's scary.
Oh, did it just critical?
I think it just criticaled.
Lame.
Oh, this is a ×3 crit too. How's Pilbo's health looking right now? Okay, well that's good at least. This is probably gonna hurt.
With ×3, probably.
Alright, it hits you for 24 damage.
That's relatively low.
Yeah, rolled some ones in there. Yep. So it hits really nasty hit on Pilbo. Silric.
Oh boy.
So yeah, these things have reach weapons out, which means if you try to move through kind of an area like that, this one can attack you. However, if you just move up and attack it, it'll be fine. Also, you can do things like acrobatics to avoid those attack opportunities as well.
Alright, yeah, I'll move up and I guess punch it.
Do a flurry of blows, alright. Okay, looks like one of those hits. You notice that it is very hard and not all your damage goes through. The stone makes it difficult to damage. But you do damage it. Anything else?
Can I 5-foot step back?
No, unfortunately. There is a feat that lets you do that, though.
I'll just be here then.
Alright. Jace, would you like to make a knowledge check?
Sure. What, Arcana, I assume?
Yep, it'll be knowledge arcana.
I probably
No,
don't know
it's-
much.
It's not a great roll. You think these are constructs. That's about all you know.
Okay, I don't know, I guess I'll just shoot one. I'll shoot the one that's behind the one fighting Silric.
Okay, it's gonna get cover.
Sure, you'll apply that, right?
Yep.
And I'll just do like an acid splash with it.
Okay.
Let me make sure all my buttons are pressed. That's 30 feet, yeah. Which one is the right one? This one. I think that's it.
Okay, the acid splash attack hits. The other ones all miss.
Okay.
You notice that your arrow doesn't damage it very much.
Okay, I'll roll the acid splash damage.
Sure.
I think that's how I do it. Yeah, that's right. But point blank, so 4 damage.
Okay. You damaged it a little bit. Pilbo.
Cool.
I got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Let's see here. Are we going
You
to
do
stick around
have-
and fight this?
I mean, we need to probably see like at least for like 1 or 2 rounds.
All right. Mirror images.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Uh,
Isn't that just
Yep.
a move action for you too?
no, I think he's still got to do a standard
Mm,
action.
it's
He's
one
he's
action.
actually casting the spell.
Okay.
He's got an ability that's sort of
I
like.
think he has an ability.
Yeah, he has an ability that works sort of like it, I think, too. But I
If it's
think.
the actual
Alright,
spell,
my
then
ram's
standard.
done, Pluto. Hey, we lost. It was bad.
D4 plus 1 image per 3 casting.
Oh, yep, that's the spell. We're level 5 right now.
3, so I get +1, or I get +1.
Wait, are we 5? I thought we were 4.
Yeah, we're 5.
Because it rounds down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we are 5.
Yeah, it rounds
okay.
down.
Nice, the maximum. Pilbo is now a tank. He's now the tank.
Alright. I don't know if I want to move, though. I'm not going to move because I want to provide cover for Hannah.
Okay, I mean,
That's
Silver's
solid.
providing cover for you right now. So,
Well, I mean, if he could either move here or here and still provide cover for them, but he goes within melee range.
yeah.
I mean, he's still technically within melee range, but
Okay, so you have mirror image up. Right then. Now it's all the statues' turns. Oh, this one is going to move up and attempt to hit Pilbo.
One of the
It
Pilbos.
automatically misses and doesn't break an image.
Hey, that's balanced. Crit the first
this
one, and
one-
auto fail the next.
It's going to move over and attempt to attack Silver. As a 23 hit Silric.
Yep.
darn high hits.
Wait, I don't think +8's correct. That's just what it gets to its attack roll, but its damage plus damage is lower. So that's actually going to only be 8 damage, not 12. So you take 8 damage from Skisarme. And then this one is going to step up and attack Pilbo. Does a 21 hit Pilbo? Or have a chance to break an image, I should say.
Do I have cover?
No. Not versus this one, because
It
it's
hits.
coming in from a different angle. Okay, so it's going to roll a d6 to see if it breaks image. 1 hits you, anything else breaks an image. It breaks an image. Andel's turn. He is going to do a knowledge check for you. To see if he knows what these things are. Just gonna figure out what his freaking bonus is. So I was dumb and didn't have the sheet already open. I'll just roll a d20 and then figure out the bonus later. 11. I'm pretty sure that's going to be good enough with his bonus. I don't know the exact number. So he yells out that these caryatid columns are immune to magic.
Perfect.
Neat.
and that they can shatter weapons if you hit them with weapons.
All right.
Even more perfect.
Does a fist count as a weapon?
No, a fist does not count as a. I mean, it does. It
In
does, and
this
it doesn't.
sense.
In this sense, it doesn't, though. Yeah, you're able
It's
to
not a
punch it.
manufactured weapon.
It's not a
Good.
manufactured weapon. Yeah, you've from practice doing the silly thing where people karate chop boards or whatever. You did that a lot, so you're fine. Break blocks of concrete, no problem. So yeah. All right,
And
round
when he
2,
says immune to
umbrellas.
magic, he means like golem, right?
Probably like, yeah, golem immunity. I don't know if they're
Yeah.
golems though.
So if I have like SR no, I'm fine. Like
So I'm gonna
at
5 foot
Because
plus
SR
step
no,
up.
it's fine.
And I take like the scarf around my neck and on my person, and I perform a dirty trick combat maneuver on this thing.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna be to entangle it. I don't think staggered is one of them, but if it is, I'll try to do that if I see it on the list here. Blinded, dazzled, deafened, entangled, shaken, or sickened. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to entangle it. Give it some penalties to hit, and that way it can't take 5 foot steps.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful against these guys.
Oh, 17. Against this one?
17. 17 is good enough. It is entangled.
Sweet. I take my scarf, I trip it up.
Okay. Is that all you can do right now?
Yep, that was I was a 5 foot step and a standard. And
Yeah.
I guess as a move, I take out my mithril +1 short sword.
Probably a good idea. Like magic weapons get improved hardness, so that makes them harder to break.
Yeah, a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know if Secret's here right now, but it is Hannah's turn. I'll give her like a minute, and then otherwise I'll have her do something. Delay. Okay,
Yeah,
she's
just
gonna
delay
delay
her.
for
She's
now. All right. This column, it's gonna step back 5 feet so that it can reach with its pole arm and try to hit Silric. It misses. All right, Silric, you're up. All 4 of them are within 5 feet of you. Should probably put dots on the ones you guys have heard already. Also, this one is entangled, so it'll be a little bit easier to hit.
Alright, yeah. I will attack the entangled one.
There we go, yeah, gang up on it. It basically can't go anywhere. Ooh, nice hits.
Those both hit. Again, you notice that like it's very hard to break through its damage reduction. It's a very hard material made out of stone, but you do hurt it, especially hitting it twice there. And unless you have anything else you'd like to do, any swift actions?
No.
Okay. Jace.
Okay, yeah, it's not a lot of good places. I think I can 5 foot step here,
Oh.
and then shoot it like the guy on the left.
Yeah, this guy down here. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. I'm gonna do the arcane pool, swift action. Do. Bhutan on. Okay, I think I used one last session, so I'm at 3 out of 5 left. Recalculate the sheet, and then I'm gonna full round attack with what spell?
Not Scorching Ray.
Right. No, I actually have one that works, but I don't know if I want to use it. I guess I will. It's called Stone Discus, and it does SR no because it's physical damage. It throws like a stone at them.
Probably Conjuration.
Yeah, Creation Earth. So
Stone
basically, it's
Discus.
1 discus.
From the advanced class guide. All right.
And I can decide whether it's bludgeoning damage or slashing damage, which I don't think I know one's better than the other, so I guess we'll go with bludgeoning. Actually, I can make it count as magic and silver at caster level 5, so that's something.
Cool.
Or it automatically counts as magic and silver, but okay, anyways,
Yep.
I'm going to cast that and attack.
Okay.
Same one as last time, but hopefully better rolls because I have +2 mod.
All those
Dang,
hit.
looks like the discus. Oh, the discus hit. Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Okay, discus damage is over here.
It doesn't look like your arrows are hurting them too much, but every little bit
have the
helps.
damage set up. No, let me do this. 46. Does point blank apply to stone discus to like a ranged touch?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna hard code in +1 for now. Okay, so 17 damage from the discus,
Nice.
and that was bludgeoning damage, which counts as silver and magic. And then you
Okay,
have all
now
the
that
other
hit
stuff.
looks like it did a significant amount of damage to this thing. And it looks
Sweet.
like
Good job,
it's
Jace.
like you take a big chip out of its
He's gonna try out for the
yeah.
Olympics soon with that discus throwing.
You knock off
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of its arms, although it looks like it's still able to wield its pole arm in one hand for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, I
It
saw
is
that
part
spell.
of the
It's
statue,
basically
kind of.
Scorching Ray, but a physical SR no version, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a really cool spell. I don't think I've ever seen this spell before, so.
I scoured through the entire spell list to find everything
Yeah.
usable for my
I had to
build.
I would have to look it up because I'm like, is that a third party? Like, what is this? What is this spell? But
Nope,
no, it's from the advanced class guide, so
Yep,
that is Paizo.
it's a really cool spell. So, I think.
All right,
Hey, that's my turn.
Pilbo, it is your turn now.
All right. I'm going to. Would Visions of Madness affect a construct?
Well, yours is weird, so I think it does.
Yeah, it's not mind
It
affecting.
doesn't have a type to it.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
it's just
I don't think
completely
it'll.
untyped.
I don't think it'll work because it's a
wow.
spell-like ability. So
And they're
it
immune
allows
to
spell resistance. They're
spells.
immune to magic. So yeah, Visions of Madness will not work. You know from Andal telling you that they're immune to magic that's not gonna function.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
This is the one thing that's immune to Visions of Madness is
You could give yourself Visions of Madness and give yourself like plus to hit.
yeah, penalty to saves and skill checks for a plus.
You can make Silric go crazy and have him just hit more.
I'm gonna offer to the party if someone wants to be mad and become stronger
Ooh.
at the risk of.
Okay, so what's the trade-offs for Vision of Madness?
Well, this isn't this is rage.
Oh, okay. Rage. Ooh.
Um,
I don't know. Sounds like something
+2 to
Silric might
strength and
like.
con,
What's the
but it's
cons?
-2 to AC.
Yeah, your AC gets lower, but
Oh.
you do more damage
Easier
and
to
have
hit,
more
but you do
health.
more damage.
Yep, and you have more health.
Yeah.
Okay, she wants it. Give it to Silver.
You want rage?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm going to cast rage on Silric,
Nice.
Okay.
and that
Yeah,
gives you +2 to strength and constitution, +1 to will saves, -2
let's
to
see
AC.
if we go onto your character sheet. I don't know if there's a mod or a buff for it built in or not somewhere.
If Silric still has key, he could still use it to like increase his AC for one turn to mitigate the effects.
I think I would probably just throw it in the miscellaneous buff field.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So for now, we'll
There's
just put
probably a pre-made buff somewhere, but whatever.
probably. And then we'll just have to remember that your AC is too lower than what your sheet says for now. But yeah, it
Mhm.
should do your numbers correctly now. I put a miscellaneous buff of 2 for strength and con. Should adjust everything automatically. And we'll just take that off when it wears off. It only lasts for rounds per level, so it's probably only going to be up for this combat. All right. Do you move anywhere?
I'm going to 5-foot step up.
Okay. All right. This one's turn. It is currently entangled, so it's going to provoke and try to move back.
All right,
So
I'll take a swing at it.
Silric and Abrellis can take an attack opportunity on it. For one free attack, or you could also potentially do like a trip.
Oh, I'm punching.
Okay.
Punch.
All right, that'll hit. Yep. Your sword hits it and it's kind of quivering and kind of makes a loud ringing noise, but it doesn't look like the damage that it does to your sword gets through its hardness, and your sword's
Nice.
fine. And you also damage it a bit. And then Silric punches it for a very healthy
A
amount
lot.
of damage. Quite a lot. Yeah, I think it's applying the strength to it properly. Cool.
He's all angry now.
Yeah. The anger. So some damage from that, and then all right, this thing actually is looking pretty badly hurt, and it does move back, and it swings back at Abrellis. However, it's entangled, so it's
Oh,
gonna
it's
be worse.
angry at me.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be worse at hitting now. I think entangled's a -2 to its attacks here.
-2, yeah.
Yep,
And unless it's also using Dex.
it's not. It's a strength base, but does a 21 hit though?
That does hit.
All right, so Abrellis takes 6 damage, the minimum.
That's not too bad. Min.
By the way, how's people's
take
health
6.
looking? Because I can't see anyone's health bar.
I'm like a little above
Besides
half.
Same here.
Pilbo's at a little below half. Silric's at pretty close to full. Hannah's decent health too, about
Okay.
4/5. I thought I made the health bars visible, but maybe not.
I think you did on the other map, but I don't know if it applied here.
Gotcha. I think I have to go find the one that I originally binded, or like rebind tokens then. Okay, this one is going to go, and it's going to attack Pilbo, and it automatically misses.
Okay.
Hey, this is good. This is karma.
This one's going to move back, and it's going to attack Silric. And I think even with the penalty to Silric's AC, a 12 is going to miss.
Yeah.
Round 3, Abrellis. This thing, I think its Entangle wears off now because you only
Yeah.
can't beat a CMD by enough to apply it for multiple rounds.
Oh, I don't think it'll even do that off of normal dirty trick. I think I. Oh no. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'm gonna 5-foot step. I think I'm gonna 5-foot step. Yeah, I'm just gonna 5-foot step. And I'm gonna try to hit this one.
That will hit.
Okay.
Doesn't go through the hardness. It's the damage.
Oh
your
yeah, it
weapons
got
take.
close.
I've been rolling them as GM rolls, but I guess whoops. Now everyone knows the cat's out of the bag.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It is still up. Hannah's ready in an action to heal somebody if they get like downed or something. This one also going to attack Pil. Does a 15 hit Pilbo's AC? And
No.
if not, is it within 5 or is it 4 from mirror image?
I think it's within 5.
Yeah, is it within 5 of your AC? As if so, it's gonna knock out one of your
No.
images. Okay, does not even break an image then. Nice job. All right,
So-
Silric. Oh, you want to use an ability? Immediate action?
Yes, with that, I'm going to blink and dodge or whatever this ability is and appear right here.
Ooh, neat.
Okay. Yeah, it's the
Get ready to finish it off.
ability. All right. Silric.
I will.
Follow after this doofus. Or
Yeah.
okay.
I will try to finish him off.
All right. It's looking pretty badly damaged. Ooh. Crit confirmed. You're gonna take it out with the first attack, all by its
Nice.
onesies. And since you're next to this other one, I'm just gonna say you can have your next attack go towards this one instead, and you damage that one as well.
Dang.
All right. It's a very pretty good turn there. Did you do anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Jace.
I don't really want to try and shoot through Pilbo, so I think I'll just shoot at the one that's not hurt next to Pilbo.
This one down here. Okay.
Yeah. Do I know, can these things be staggered or not since they're statues? Or do I not know?
You think there probably cannot be staggered because they're statues.
Okay. That's what I figured. But I'll do it anyways, because I
At
want
least
to
not
use...
through normal means.
I get to use the good version of Snowball, right? Not the bad
Sure.
version. So the
Yeah, I know there's,
SR no
like-
version.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that, and same thing as last time, full round attack, except Snowball instead of Stone Discus. And hope the first
Okay.
attack hits.
Yeah, because they had 2 different spells named Snowball that they printed, and one's good and one's bad.
Okay, oh god, my first attack
I know what you're
probably missed.
It sure does. So
Dang
the
it,
snowball,
that was my big one.
the one that has a snowball, like, I don't know, glued to the
I
arrow
rolled
or
a
whatever,
4. I only had to roll
flies
like
past.
a 7 or something.
Yeah, it flies past, hits the wall behind, but you do hit it with
The wall is
arrows
staggered.
for the wall is staggered. It can only take a move or a standard action. Using the walls.
Oh my god, I gave the wall a move action. This is bad. Okay. Yep, arrows do a little bit of damage.
Yep, the last one actually hit pretty well. Did a pretty decent amount of damage there.
Yeah, DR is my weakness for now until DR and high AC are my weakness.
Yeah,
Until
unfortunately these things
clustered
don't have
shots.
high AC.
Yes, yeah,
Pilbow.
that's really good for me.
It is your
Okay,
turn.
I'm gonna try and just punch. Actually, I'm not sure I can do enough damage to get through the resistance.
Yeah, you might not be able to. I'm gonna say you've seen enough attacks on these things to know that they have DR5, and nobody's discovered any way to get past their DR if it is even possible.
Okay, how would I use a wand of spiritual weapon?
You'd pull it out and use a standard action to activate it. So it'd be basically a full round action.
Oh, and it's a weapon I hold. Okay.
No, spiritual weapon?
Is it? It's a weapon I hold, right? Or is it a floating weapon?
I think
That's a
spiritual weapon's
floaty
a
weapon.
floating weapon, but I don't know if it'll work on these things because it's a force effect that allows for spell resistance. So you'd know that spiritual weapon's not going to be very effective. But yeah, it's a floating weapon. If I think it follows your target around, and you can like use I think it's like a move action to redirect it to a different target.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't know if you can really damage these very easily as Pilbow.
I can try and. No, I don't know if I can't do anything.
You could maybe move somewhere to provide a flank for Abrellis
You
somewhere.
could channel.
I don't know if channeling would help at all in this situation as Pilbow.
I'm just saying, you can do it.
You can just try to like overpower them with your raw strength and like trip them or something.
That's true too. You
Ooh,
could
yeah,
do a
I can try and trip.
CMB to try to trip. Also, keep in mind they have reach weapons. You are currently not being threatened by any of them.
Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
try and
silly.
trip this one to my bottom right.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a CMB.
Perfect. Make that one hard for me to hit with range attacks too.
Oh,
It's fine. I'm kidding.
I mean, if he trips it, the melee we're just gonna jump all over.
Okay, that'll do it. You trip that statue.
Nice.
okay.
Would you like to move anywhere? That only took a standard action.
I'm going to move to the other side of this one.
The way I envision
And-
this is that he just like grabs it and pushes the statue over.
Yeah. Of course, now that you're not next to it. Okay, so this one I can remove. Now that you're not next to it, though, it's just gonna stand up as this move action, and it's gonna swing at you. Uh, 23, you have a chance to hit.
It's
Breaks an image, though. So you're down to 3 images. This one, on its turn, it's going to 5-foot step away and attack Silric. So 16 hits Silric. Keep in mind your AC
No.
is 2 lower. Okay, so it still misses. Round 4, Abrellis.
Does Pilbo have a weapon, and does he threaten this thing above him?
Yes.
He does have a weapon. He has a
Alright,
cestus.
then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move 15 feet over here, and I'm going to acrobatics, and I'm going to use my peerless maneuver rogue talent to roll twice and take the better result.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. And you have a flank now.
And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
Hooray, I'm back.
There we go.
Hooray!
Welcome back.
Who's that?
That'll hit. Let me roll that 3d. Definitely does not damage your dagger, or your short sword, rather. And it takes some damage.
If it's still up, I'm going to impose the whatchamacallit,
Debilitating
the
strike.
minus yeah, debilitating strike.
Okay.
I'm gonna
it
give
is
it
still
minus
up.
2 to its minus 2 to its attack.
Minus 2 to its attack. Okay. Well, Secret, you're
Actually,
back.
hold on.
It's your
Can I
turn.
change my mind? I want to do it can't 5 foot.
It can't 5 foot. Okay, and it's
Yeah.
speed's reduced
So
by
it's
half.
like it's stuck
Okay.
there.
Nobody hurt?
Pilbo's fairly badly hurt, but he's kind of out of your reach right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Abrellis is about half health. Silric's looking healthy still, though.
I have acid arrow. That's SR.
That would
now?
Acid
work.
arrows.
It doesn't have
SR no.
foe
Yep,
resistance.
that would work.
Shit, it's long range. Okay, I guess I'll target the one I'm staring at, I suppose.
Okay.
Range touch attack is what I need to do. Which, let me just double check my numbers. That should be a +1 there, because I'm close enough.
That'll hit.
Okay.
This is also the one that's a dot, too, right? So even if it doesn't take it out right now,
Yeah,
it'll
it's
keep taking
2d4
acid
for every
damage.
3 levels. We're not level 6 yet, so just 2d4.
Okay, so it takes all that acid damage. And then it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna continue taking damage for a couple rounds, I think, right?
Yep.
1 round plus 1 round per 3 levels, so 2 rounds total.
And that'll happen on your turn. Do you move anywhere?
Nah, I'll stay here.
Okay. On this one's turn, it is going to provoke and try to move out of this flank that it's in. So,
Okay, I'm gonna attack it.
yep. And Pilbo, you can take a trip as your attack opportunity if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's resolve that one first.
Oh, it's dead.
Okay.
Oh,
it
it's
definitely
super
is dead. It gets tripped, and Abrellis
Pilbo trips it and it just
obliterates
falls
it.
onto my sword.
Yeah. Yeah, like
He pushes it onto my sword.
He pushes it onto your sword.
And it just crumbles when it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dead.
Look at all the green.
It does not get to. Yeah, I know. There's so much green. Does not get to take its move or attack. It just gets killed. Silric, it's your turn.
I'm moving down to attack this bad boy.
Okay. Both of those hit.
Are these not what I think they are?
I think they are. Pluto's been rolling the damage to our weapons
Oh,
as
okay.
GM rolls. But my mithril short sword has a lot of HP and hardness because it's magical.
Yeah.
Also, mithril by default. I think a mithril short sword by default has like 15 hardness, and then its enhancement bonus adds
It might
like
have
some
more hardness, yeah.
That's a lot.
I think it only can damage a magic mithril sword, by rolling 3 6s. I think is the only way it even works. And I think you have 17 hardness on that thing. I haven't rolled anywhere
might be
close
something
to
like that.
so almost all the rolls have been pretty low, like 10, 12 is the highest I think I've rolled on any of these. All right, so this thing is still up, but you damage it pretty good.
That's good.
Jace.
I will. Let's see. Is that one still tripped there or not? In the middle.
No,
No,
it
it got
stood
up.
back up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack that one, and I'm just gonna acid splash. God, acid splash is fun. Button. Eh?
Yep, all those.
I'll hit. Okay, cool. Yeah, the 14 hit before, so.
Yeah, with Silric going like hand to hand against them, and me and Pilbo, like we're dispatching them fairly easily.
Okay, 4 acid with the point blank added in.
That is enough to take it down.
Sweet. There's only one
right.
left. Let's do it,
There's only
guys.
one left, yeah. Pilbo.
Alright, I'm going to... Where's my mouse? Move over to that one and trip it.
Okay, as you move
Yeah,
up to it,
he's
it's gonna
just
take.
pushed them all down.
It's gonna attempt
That's
to take
fine.
an attack opportunity on you.
Pilbo, you could charge it.
All right, so it's gonna see if it hits one of your images. It does not. It does hit one of your images. So you're down to just 2 images left, but you are up next to it now.
Okay. Trip.
Nah,
is
man, your
tripped.
rolls for CMBs are great right now.
Well, we don't have to worry
so
about
let's see,
columns
this one's-
apparently in the future.
Yep. This thing, it stands back up and provokes from Pilbo and Silric. So unfortunately, you can't use this attack opportunity to do a trip. So you might not really be able to do much with this attack opportunity, but Silric can at least hit it. And its AC is lower because it was tripped. So yeah, you hit it for some damage here.
You might as well
It's
try to
looking
punch
pretty
it, see if you do damage.
Nope.
Wow, 23-11, 23-11.
bad. That'll hit, actually, because it's prone.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Okay. This is with a Masterwork Cestus.
Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you have damaged it, and instead your cestus takes 2 damage that goes through the hardness, and it has the broken condition now.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, because yours is not a mithril weapon or a magic weapon, it has lower hardness, and it was able to get through it easier.
Stone rolled.
Although just because it's broken doesn't mean you can't use it.
That's true.
Right,
It
just
just
has
has
Or
penalties.
is there a condition I can give it?
Yeah. It
It's
basically,
just a
I think
4.
it's minus something to hit and damage.
Yeah, it's either a 2 or
I
a
don't-
4, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a thing on Roll20 for it or not, but What does it say for weapons on here? I don't see it on. Oh, here it is. Broken condition. Yeah, it just takes a -2 penalty on
2?
attack and
Nice.
damage rolls, which is kind of unfortunate. But
Not as bad as
and
a
they only
4.
score crits on a natural 20 and deal ×2 on confirmed hits, even if they have another thing. Although I don't remember if the Cestus has a bigger crit anyway. It's 1920.
You can
or
repair
something.
with mending though.
Yeah, if it's a small weapon, right? It's not super big.
It is. It's a Cestus,
Yeah.
so it's a small weapon. So
Okay,
yeah, you should be
I
able to
can
fix it
repair
after this. But yeah,
But I
but yeah,
don't have
silver
many.
damage is pretty good at least.
Or crafter,
Uh,
don't we? You could just craft fix it.
No, he does.
Yeah, I can, but
So yeah,
it costs money.
5-foot steps after standing up. Or can it not do that? Is standing up from prone a move equivalent, or is it just a move action?
It's a move action.
Oh, action
Okay.
equivalent. Oh, gotcha.
So yeah,
Yeah, you can 5-foot step and stand.
It
Yeah.
can 5-foot step then. So it's gonna 5-foot step, and it's going to attempt to attack. So. And it misses. See, these guys are pushovers.
Literally. Because that's
literally
all Pilbo's
pushovers.
been doing is pushing him up.
Alright, Umbrellas.
Let's see, I gotta go the long way around.
Yeah. And as you're moving around next to this pit, Pilbo notices as well. Yeah, despite the fact that like you guys brought light in here with you and everything, you notice that none of the light goes into the pit, into that hole at all. Having
Perfect.
seen it before, you realize this is definitely some form of magical darkness in that pit.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
I double move.
Hannah.
Do we not have an ever burning torch out?
So I guess the acid's gonna do
You do.
its thing.
Oh, it still doesn't do it. Dang.
Oh, even though it's already down. And I'll walk into the room. Looks like they got this handled, so I'll put my smoke stick away.
Okay. Silric.
I'll move down and hit him.
Okay. And I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, that is enough to take it out.
Bop.
I'm assuming you actually moved like here, but yeah, it's dead. All right, we are out of combat now. Andal walks in and says, "Hey guys."
Ugh.
Thanks for warning us about the magic, Andal. That was really helpful.
So yep, there are also more of these columns here, but like as you're moving around in here, it doesn't look like any of them are moving to attack you or anything. Those ones are still as lifeless as these other ones appeared at first. And now there's a empty spot where they used to stand.
I tell
Is
the
there
others I'm gonna
anything-
check around for...
Yeah, look around.
Let's search the room, I tell the others, and I'll perception. Trying
Okay.
to find anything hidden or that catches my eye.
Okay. So yeah, you're looking around. You don't really find anything interesting in terms of like items or any glyphs or anything like that. But you do notice some interesting properties about this hole. Something that you didn't notice at first is, because it's a little bit more subtle, is that not only does it seem to have like a darkness that swallows any light that travels towards it, including from your ever-burning torch. But you notice that sound doesn't seem to go in there either.
Ooh.
Like you realize it's very subtle, but normally you would expect there to be some sort of echo through from the shaft, but there isn't any.
Did we drop something down it yet?
I don't
We
think
haven't tried
anything
that.
did. Nobody's tried it yet.
Does anybody have prestidigitation?
Andal,
I don't.
Andal says we could drop one of the part of the statue over here, like one of these
Oh, there you go. You're so smart.
caryatids.
I'll touch the one that has
Sure.
acid on it, though. It's kind of still going.
All right, so he grabs one of the part of the statue here, holds it out over the pit, and drops it. And you don't see it for very long before it disappears in the darkness, but you do notice something about it, and that is as it falls into the pit, it almost looks like it's floating down the pit.
So, not velocity?
So it falls slowly.
As if it may be feather falling.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Who wants to jump?
Dang.
Wait, hold on. Why would we jump down there?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down there. We can't talk and we can't see.
Well, how do we know we can't talk?
Well, we can't hear.
Well, just because we don't hear anything down there right now, it doesn't mean we can't hear
Well, we don't
when
hear
get down there.
echoes.
Sure. I detect magic.
You
Oh, I should've
definitely
done
detect
that.
magic.
That's
Ooh.
smarticle.
I want to know how many auras, and if I can identify the strongest, and what may it be school. I might not know. The cantrip!
I think you still know.
Oh,
There are 3 magical auras in this on this like magical shaft here.
it's
The
full of magic.
most powerful aura you detect is an evocation aura.
Strong, or are they
Uh,
just moderate?
I always forget how you categorize them.
No, I want that chart like on a little cheat sheet somewhere.
Yeah, this is why I need
Faint,
like a
moderate,
GM
strong,
screen.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
It has to do with the
1 through 4 is faint.
caster
5
level,
through
right?
like 9 is moderate. 10 to 15 I think is strong, and then anything past that's like overwhelming.
Let's see. It has to do with the spell level. So these are actually fairly faint auras, actually. If
Okay.
I'm reading this correctly, it's based off the spell level rather than like the caster level for like in-play spell effects.
So this is a
And you recognize
dead end, right? Or was there more to this?
You
place?
recognize though that the well, maybe it's a dead end, but yeah, you recognize that this it seems like the strong effect, that evocation your effect, is probably a deeper darkness spell, which would explain why the light
yeah.
from the ever burning torch doesn't penetrate
Doesn't
it,
work.
because
Gotcha.
it's a higher level of darkness.
Okay. So, pardon me, but I did not see the other map. How did we get here?
We walked
This
in
was-
It was
here.
a tunnel.
Yeah, this is where
did it
we ended
split?
this last session.
Was there a different route
did.
we could have taken?
Well,
There
back in
were
the
other routes.
Solitigids,
There
there
are
were
other
other
routes.
routes.
Okay.
But
We can always come back if we're like at a loss.
Yeah.
Cause I can't like dispel or anything like that yet.
Andel's like looking around. He says, like, it's also interesting because we heard that those knights came through as well, right? But if
Into
they
here?
came this way, then how come? Well, into the under this statue that we're heading to. But if they came this way, then how come they didn't have to fight the? Or how come these statues are here? Like you would think they would have had to fight them too, right?
Mm,
Hmm.
unless the statue's aligned
maybe
with
they-
something.
I mean, I thought this path was the only one that made sense to go towards the statue, but maybe the other ones
Maybe there's a
go this
different
way
path.
too, or something, or go to this maybe, but I just can't figure out what the point of this room is.
Umbrella says, maybe it's because we ain't all ladies. And she looks accusatorily at the.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look at the room. There's this, like, whole, like, air of, like, feminine, like, beauty and lust, right?
I guess that makes sense. All those lady knights. Perhaps you're right. Maybe that's why they attacked us. We're not a group
Wait, you're
of
saying the
all lady
knights
knights.
are ladies?
Yeah, they're called
the
whatchamacallit.
knights who
Some
came
are-
through here before us.
Oh.
The Grey Maidens.
Moreau told us that they were all ladies.
Yeah,
All
Grey
ladies. Oh,
Maidens.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they were
okay.
women knights from
From Corvosa.
Corvosa.
Yeah. That's... I still got this pesh. Does anybody want to do pesh? We can think about it for a while.
Maybe I need to take some drugs to work up the courage to go down this pit.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, Andal, why don't you take some and then go down and let us know what happens, if it's safe or not.
Well, I don't need to take any to go down. If you dare me to go down there, I will.
Okay, I dare you to go down.
Are you guys ready?
hold on. Umbrella says.
What? She offered.
He dared me.
I mean, there's got to be some sort of precautions that we could take, right?
A rope, perhaps?
I look at Hannah and I say, don't be daft, and then I look at Jason and say, don't be stupid.
She's the one that said it. I'm just calling her out.
If there's any one of us that can get down there and get back up safely, it's me. And I pull out my Masterwork Climbers kit.
Okay.
So I start setting up, like, I put I hammer like a python or something into the stone. Or I can actually just use these columns. I take my rope and I tie it around one of these things, and then I'm going to hold on to it real tight. And I'm assuming that... Umbrella says that I'm assuming I can just jump down then, and I'll see how far it goes.
It looked like the statue was floating down, so... Yeah, worst case we'll catch you with the rope. And we'll lower you down and we'll give you a little slack and see if you float.
And
If
if
it
my
never
rope
gets
starts...
slack, then we know it's not working.
Yeah, if the rope is jittering and I tug it a lot, you know that I need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pull you up.
Alright,
that
so
makes sense.
she
I
proudly
guess.
and also grudgingly does this.
Just for the
Alright.
record, I totally would, but okay.
And how long's your rope?
So I have rope from my original stuff and rope from the climber's kit, so I have 100 feet of rope if I tie them both together, which I'm going to.
Did you knot it?
Okay.
It'll be slightly shorter if you do it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna leave it at its 100,
Okay.
about 100 length of feet, because climbing it
Yeah,
up
it's
is still pretty easy. And
99.5 from being
I have decent
two ropes tied
points
together.
in climb.
Yeah, and the climber's kit will help with that.
Gives me
eventually.
bonuses too.
Mhm.
Alright. So I'm gonna take the rope and I'm gonna see if I float down.
All right. So you guys see Umbrellas disappear into the darkness, and Umbrellas, you have this really unnerving feeling the entire time as you slowly are
Shit.
drifting down in complete darkness and silence. But Yeah, you eventually,
She's cursing the whole way down, but no one can hear
yeah,
her.
you fall for a few seconds. Like it feels really long, but you also don't think you're actually falling like that far. And eventually the darkness and silence goes away, and you hear the sounds of running water kind of trickling
Ooh.
down, echoing through a hallway, and you see a very well lit room. Uh, you find yourself in a grand hall made of polished gray marble, rises to a height of 25 feet. So you're kind of as you're floating in there, you're at the top of the ceiling of 25 feet. There's a pitch black opening above it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supported by ornate columns whose central 8-foot sections have been carved to resemble a beautiful woman. Unlike the caryatid columns, these all depict the same woman, not like each different ones. Um, there is also a 10-foot square platform sitting in a wide alcove on the north wall, atop which lies a white marble sarcophagus with a painted lid. Um, And then yeah, you have it forks outside of this hall. There's two more passageways forking to the left and right, and you hear them coming from the one on the left, the echoing of water running.
Okay. So when she gets down there, the first thing that she does is she tries to like hide herself if she can behind anything, and
Okay.
then take like a cursory glance around the room to see if she notices anything like
Yeah, go ahead and
moving
roll
around
perception.
besides the water.
Go ahead and roll a perception. Okay, so yeah, you kind of float down to the bottom, and you immediately kind of like scurry off over to hide behind a column, one of these columns of a that resemble a woman. Um, but yeah, you're pretty sure there's nothing moving, no movement at all. The only thing you see or hear are like the features of the room. You do notice that it's very well lit. There are little hanging orbs that have flickering light in them. They're not flickering very much. Like it's just kind of like a very light flicker. But yeah, it looks like there's like orbs with some sort of magical, perhaps like a continual flame lighting up the entire room, and it's very well lit.
Okay. Yeah, once she's sure that there's nothing immediately dangerous, she'll go back to the rope, and if I can, just take tens for a 15 to get back up the rope.
Okay. Yeah, and you do that.
Alright, yeah,
So
once
you
she
see,
gets back up, she tells everybody about the room, that they're definitely underground, and I think that is beneath the Lady's Light. There's a giant statue of, what's her name?
Oh, great. Is it going to
Sorshin.
attack us? Or them?
I didn't see anything dangerous.
Okay.
But
Well, can
there's
we
light.
hear you? Oh, wait, did we pull you up?
no, she just
Oh, I
climbed up.
climbed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I tell him
distracted. Okay.
there's light. You can hear. You can see.
Okay.
The shaft here is just really deep and scary.
Was there another way we could have gone up here? I don't remember.
There's other paths from the room with all the spiders.
Yeah, did we want to try that before going down here, or do you
We could
think
check
we
them
should
out.
just go
Yeah.
down here?
Ooh,
I don't have any problem with
spiders
checking
and
those paths
venom.
out.
I say why don't we fully explore this area before going down there, because I don't know if we can easily get back up, if all of us can easily get back up like you did once we go down.
Mm.
How long do I think the rope was?
Oh yeah. Since you had a 100-foot rope, you think that when it reached the floor finally, you had about 20 feet of rope left. So
Okay.
with
So
the
I
room
could.
itself being 25 feet, you think that it was probably about 50 feet to fall down the shaft.
Okay, so I could probably knot both pieces of rope, and we could climb
Yeah.
back up it.
Yeah, you would have plenty of room to put knots in it, and you'd still have
Okay,
slack
that's
probably.
good. Then I'll untie both ropes and put them back in my respective climbing gear and pack. And if we're gonna explore the other paths, then also start moving out.
All right. Andal, as you guys are heading back, says, like, well, we can go check those out, but I think those might just lead to the boggards and troglodytes.
How sure are you?
Not very sure, but I mean, that's the reason why we picked this one, is it was the only one that seemed like it was in the right direction.
I mean, we're
And
only
Moreau
wanting
did
to
say there were other
explore
entrances.
the other part because why?
Because we might not be able to get back here easily.
I don't see what the
Well, I
problem
mean,
is.
if they do
This is
go to
clearly a way
the
in.
boggards and the troglodytes, I don't have any reason to do anything with either of them.
Like, we want to get
So
inside
if
this
you're
place, and
even
this is the way in.
Okay. Well, then we can go in. That's fine.
Yeah,
okay, so
as,
we're
as
going
you guys
we're
were
going
like,
down.
Yeah.
yeah, and as maybe as Silric steps away from the pit as well, Silric also feels kind of like a tug from the shard wanting to go to the pit as well.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Sort of like how what Jace felt from when you
That's
were
the
in
compass.
the.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let's go in the pit, and hopefully this feather falling spell works for all of us.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna knot the ropes. That way we have 50 feet of knotted rope. And then go down.
Or like maybe 80 feet.
Yeah, no, you'll have. Yeah, I don't think you'll cut the rope
Hopefully,
in half, but
yeah.
Alright, I'll take a 10
But yeah,
as
you'll
I
have
climb
enough.
down.
Yeah, climbing down is actually really easy, especially with for the first
Well, I
50
would just
feet of it
fall.
because of the feather fall. Yeah.
Oh wait, do we need to catch it or like at the end so we don't fall to the
Actually, no,
last
the
bit?
feather fall. I think the feather fall goes even
It
though the
lasts until
darkness
you
and
land the
silence.
ground, right?
Yeah, the darkness and silence don't extend all the way to the bottom, but the feather fall does.
Yeah. So if Abrellis told me that, then I would
Yep.
just float down. I trust
Now
Abrellis.
I got a gigantic map. I'm gonna pull you guys to here in a second.
Yay, dungeon time!
All right, let me just
I
put
assume
tokens
that's what
all
that
on here.
means. It's not just an empty giant map.
It's an empty giant map.
It's Hex Finder! Woo!
We're actually playing
Ah,
Kingmaker down here.
I
We're
fooled
kingdom
you.
building.
Yeah, you're kingdom building, and it's big enough for an entire kingdom.
Okay,
All
I
right,
need you to build a kingdom
so-
now, everybody. Let's go.
I know I already read. I read the description of this already. So now that you can see it, though, yeah. So these little circles
where
are
are
the
we?
columns I described.
Mm,
I need to like shift ping you guys or something, right? There
Yeah.
we go. So yeah, 25-foot tall, very well lit by glass spheres hanging from the ceilings on short chains. So each room is filled with normal light that you can see so far. There's two caverns, and you hear water coming down from this one on the left. The columns resemble one specific person, and they actually look very similar to the statue itself, the Lady's Light itself, which makes you think that yes, it's probably Sortian. In addition, there's a sarcophagus that is carved to also look like Sortian. A very detailed painted depiction of Sortian.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, I need Andal
Huh.
on this map too. Andal, where you at?
Don't know much about paintings. You said a sorcerer?
No, it's
Sortian.
a Sortian,
It's a
Oh.
wizard. Yeah, it's a wizard.
the Rune Lord.
You're a wizard. Sortian.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, we know this is the Rune Lord?
Yeah,
I
you've
think
seen. It
she's
looks
famous enough.
probably.
Okay.
It looks just like the Lady's Light itself, which you know is
Yeah.
which you guys have heard enough times now that is that that's Sortian,
Okay.
supposedly. So yeah, you're like, okay, well this looks like the Lady's Light. Probably it's Sortian. And you guys have heard again. Remember, you've also heard that supposedly Sortian is here, according to what
Right.
Oriana told Moreau. So you have like secondhand knowledge that supposedly there's if there's not if Sortian isn't here, Oriana at least thinks she's here. So it could also be like maybe Oriana's crazy, or maybe someone's pretending to be Sortian, or maybe it's actually Sortian.
Hmm.
But this yeah, this looks like a sarcophagus with a lid painted to look like Sortian.
Okay. Well, I'll peer around, but I ain't opening no sarcophagus.
All right.
Yeah, take a look around. Take it all in. Oh my god, my
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, Andal goes
Yeah,
and he's like
perception
checking out
around.
he's checking out the sarcophagus.
I'm not gonna tell him to not open it.
Yeah, he like looks at it and says, don't you want to open it?"
You?
He says, "Kind of,
Oh.
but I don't think it'd be very easy to. It looks very heavy." And it does, in fact, look extremely heavy.
I mean, what possibly could be in it that we need?
Could be
Yeah.
could be anything. Sarcophagus is basically a treasure chest.
Are
But
they?
people
I thought dead
typically
people are in them.
yeah, and they bury all their wealth with them.
Uh. That's
But
dumb.
those are typically trapped.
I don't suppose.
Haven't you heard of
I don't suppose this could be Sortian's like coffin or something, could it?
well, I mean, if you believe she's dead.
Well, if I die, give all my wealth to my next of kin.
I mean, up until recently, it was believed that all the Rune Lords were dead. But
That's why I said if
also
you
that
believe she's dead.
you wouldn't expect, if she had died the way everyone would have had it used to believe that they had died, you wouldn't expect to find them in a sarcophagus, considering that they would have died during that meteor smash.
I actually do want to check the sarcophagus to see if it has been disturbed. If maybe, what's her name? Was it Oleana or something like that?
Oriana? Yeah.
Oriana, yeah. If maybe
Okay.
someone has opened this, or if it's, I want to check if it's trapped.
Okay.
But to see if it's also been disturbed.
Good plan.
So yeah, you're looking at it. It doesn't look like it's trapped. It doesn't look like it's locked or anything either. Just that it's extremely heavy, like several hundred pounds at least. And it doesn't look like it's been moved.
Yeah. It's pretty heavy. What is this made out of? Is it just stone or granite or?
It looks like it might be. It looks like it might be made out of some sort of metal, actually.
Oh. Like something we're not maybe familiar with.
No, when you examine it more, actually, it looks like it's made out of. It looks like it's made out of lead, actually.
Lead. Okay.
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
Hmm. But you also know that lead blocks a lot of like divination techniques, such as detecting magic. So if there's something magical in there, you wouldn't be able to detect it. The lead
Ooh.
would block it.
I
Yeah.
test that and I detect magic.
Yep, you do not detect any magic coming from the sarcophagus.
Okay. Well, not magical. Or at least I can't
Yeah,
detect
if
it.
you look around, you do detect magic coming from all over the place from those little magic orbs
Yeah.
hanging from the
If there
ceiling.
was a reason to open the sarcophagus, it would be to retrieve the shard we're after. But Silric, do you detect the shard coming from this thing? That might be the only way we would know, because the shards are attracted to each other.
Good point.
I don't know. Aren't you curious what's in it?
Are you?
I
Maybe
am,
You can open it.
I kind of
but
am. I kind of want to open it.
as someone who goes and steals and breaks into things, I've heard stories about people opening up sarcophaguses.
Yeah?
I mean, there could be good things in it too, not just bad things. Hannah was going to volunteer to jump down here, so maybe I'll volunteer to open the sarcophagus.
If you guys are gonna do something stupid, I'm not stopping you a second time.
Huh? I wasn't gonna do something stupid. It was a very reasonable thing.
All right, Andal says, "Well, I'll help you open it if you want."
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
He's
Thanks,
egging him
Andal.
on.
Okay, Andal and I will open it.
Okay, and it's very heavy. Like, so what is your maximum carry capacity?
Oh,
I'm not gonna worry about strength checks for this, but
I was just assuming
you have lots of time.
for above head or off ground, lift off ground.
Just what's your heavy load?
Oh, my heavy load.
Your heavy load maximum.
175.
Yeah. Okay.
Or max
I-
is 350.
Okay.
That's lift off
So-
ground is my load maximum. My heavy starts at 175.
Yeah. So, yeah. With Andal's help, you guys are able to get it. You
Well, hold
slide
on.
it.
If it looks like they're about to like slide it open, I put my hand on the sarcophagus. I know I can't like stop them like physically, but I tell them, "Look, I'm being serious. I don't think it's a good idea to open this thing."
Whatever's in here's dead. You're just being superstitious.
Is it though? I cast detect undead, but it's lead.
I'm a
so it
little
might
bit
not help.
stitious.
A little bit stitious.
Yeah. You did not detect any undead, but
Okay.
you also realize that the lead probably would be blocking it if there were.
Yeah. It was worth a shot.
All right.
And
I warned them. I give them a final warning, and then if they
No, we're
keep
doing
doing
it, we're
it,
doing
I
it.
take my hand off
Okay.
and I step away.
I
Okay.
guess I'll stand back
So
here.
Andal helps you push the sarcophagus lid off to the side.
And they never heard of Andal and Jace again.
No, nothing actually happens bad to you. But what you find might be a little surprising.
Okay.
You do see a body in there. However, the body looks kind of like eerily alive still. And this is actually does look like the woman that's painted on the
Oh boy.
outside of the sarcophagus. But she's not. You don't see. You don't see any like kind of like when you push it off, like anal gas. You're like, but nothing happens. It doesn't look like the
Oh,
body there is
man.
breathing or at all. So you think, okay,
But
maybe.
Okay, now I detect
It
How do
must
I
be
think
a-
undead.
maybe
it's
it's a-
alive then?
All right, so now you cast detect undead. You do not detect any undead.
Okay.
I'll detect magic on the
You
body.
do detect magic. And what you see, I'll give you also a description of what she
Yeah.
looks like. So you see a woman that resembles the painting on it. So she's got a dark hair woman and she's wearing like diaphanous robes, so they're kind of like almost see-through-ish. And she's got like a lot of jewelry on and everything. And she looks like almost looks like she's sleeping.
Wait, I don't have detect undead.
and
I have
yeah,
disrupt undead. Whoops. Oh well.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Cheats.
cheats,
me.
yeah. It's fine. But you did detect magic, and you do detect
I
magic.
detect magic. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
concentrate to figure out how many auras and try and identify school, I guess.
You detect
50.
let's see, at least 2. Maybe let me check. I gotta check look up one.
God,
thing.
this
Yeah.
this
You
might be
detect
bad. We'll see.
two magic auras.
Okay.
Did you roll
I'll-
knowledge arcana already?
No, I did not. It's a pretty good roll.
Okay. The strongest aura that you detect is actually I think this is an illusion aura.
Okay. And
And the weaker one is a it seems like there's also a necromantic aura as well.
oh boy, is this whole thing an illusion? Is the illusion like on a specific part or on the whole body?
It seems like it's on the whole body. But so is the necromantic
Okay.
aura.
Oh boy, this sounds bad. So like the
Yeah.
jewels and stuff aren't magical though, that I see.
You do not detect any magic on the jewels, but they do
Not that I'm a
look like
jewel thief.
they might be valuable.
Yeah, something tells me that stealing jewels from a not dead body in a sarcophagus is a bad idea.
Yeah, you can't place exact values on them with that roll, but you think that if you spent more time like examining them, you probably could figure it out.
Do I think it's do I know is it in the range of like hundreds of gold or like thousands of gold?
You think probably thousands of gold. These are very, very
Okay.
exquisite gems.
Oh my god, it's
There's
so
no
tempting. I
sense
could craft so
disturbing
many
any of
things.
it.
Anna, what do you think? Do you know anything about this body, this lady? Is this really like the
He
what's her
says
name?
this is amazing. This looks like extortion.
Yeah, but
But
it's also there's an illusion spell on it, so it could be fake.
Touch it and find out.
and Abrellis, when you move up and kind of look in there, your trap senses tell you that there is a magical trap
Oh, that's what the illusion
On-
necromancy is.
in this coffin. You think it's on this body. There's some sort of trap protecting it.
I walk up, I silently look at it, and then I utter the words that a wise post-apocalyptic man once said, "That's bait."
Uh, can you disarm it?
I could, or I could just walk around it, and I start
These
to walk
jewels
around.
are extremely valuable.
I'll follow Abrellis.
Like I said, that's bait.
Jace, valuable or not, I'm not sure we should be stealing from the dead.
They're not even dead.
Fair
That's
point.
a living person, so far as we can tell.
Well, not breathing.
Well, she ain't a
Yeah,
cadaver.
this is kind of weird.
Can roll another knowledge arcana. Maybe help you figure out what's going on here.
Hey,
I'll have Andal roll that as well. He has knowledge
I
arcana.
I did good
No, he's not very good at it.
for once.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah,
It's
nice
a
natural
28.
20.
Nice natural 20. The
Doesn't get
DC
any
on
better.
this check is very high. I will say this much.
I was gonna say I assume it is, so hopefully that's enough, but maybe not.
Yeah. So by itself, it's not enough, but Andel's kind of musing as well, and he's gonna give you an aid on this as well.
Okay.
So he's like musing, like, well, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't. If Karzog was turned out to still be alive, then surely the other Rune Lords are too. And you realize that maybe the reason why this body you're seeing is still here and not moving like this is that perhaps it is a clone. And that it being here means that Sorshan is still alive, because if she died, she would come back perhaps in this clone.
Oh, that comforts me, Abrellis. This is just a clone.
And why would a powerful wizard just leave her clone sitting here?
Well, it's obviously trapped, but if you were to disable it, we could probably take the jewels and not really be
We're here to find
caught.
a shard that is not in this sarcophagus.
Okay.
I side with Abrellis on this. I have bad feelings. Just leave it. If all else, when we leave and you really, really want it, you can risk it.
Okay, yeah, no. Andal, this is a good lesson in pathfinding. You can't let your eyes be greedy. This was a test for you. I was trying to trick you into taking the gems,
Oh,
and you
God.
passed my test.
I sidle up to like Hannah, and
He
while
just
Jace is saying
nods
that,
a little bit.
I mockingly like portray Jace. Oh, if I touch it, it's just gonna be sparkles and glitter, and oh, I'm caught, and no, what's gonna be left is just his boots.
Andal kind of just like nods, but you notice he's kind of sketching like onto a like journal that he's got. He says, "This is actually still amazing though, because now we can actually see what Rune Lord Sorshan looks like."
Yeah, sure. Finish your drawing,
We've
and then
only
let's put the top back on.
we've only ever seen depictions of her before. We're
Are the
probably the
depictions
first
correct?
people. I mean, they're fairly accurate, yes, but nothing like seeing the real Sorshan.
Well, a real clone, but yeah.
I take his notebook and I put it back in his pockets. I tell him, keep it in your pants, and let's close the thing up for now.
Yeah, he'll help Jace push the lid back on.
Yeah, okay. I'm proud of you, Andal. This has surprised me. You may yet become a great Pathfinder like us in 2 weeks.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been a Pathfinder longer than you, Jace.
He's like, yeah, he's like, well, I think I'm technically your senior in
Yeah.
Pathfinders.
How long has he been a Pathfinder? Because I was a Pathfinder before I even left.
No, we became
I've been a
Pathfinders
Pathfinder
when we
for-
entered that building.
You did. I was already one.
Well, you were a Pathfinder initiate, so yeah.
Initiate.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
You're
But
also
yeah,
level 1.
Yeah. He's like, well, I've been with the Pathfinders for a couple years now.
Oh well,
I mean,
you're catching up to us.
I've written some articles in the Pathfinder journals.
If any of you want to stay and remain Pathfinders, shut the sarcophagus and let's get going.
We already shut it. Calm down.
Yeah, it's shut.
Alright. Now let's not try to touch anything else that's like too suspicious.
I hope we find other good lessons for you.
Are you sure
Andal.
you don't
want to
go touch the body?
We'll touch
Trigger
everything.
the trap. It'll be fun.
I facetiously say to Jace, "Oh yeah, go ahead and kiss her, Prince Charming. See if she wakes up. I bet she'll be real happy to see you."
I know I would be.
Real happy.
Okay, they actually do have as well. There is some artwork I do have here of what
Okay.
that's what she looks like.
Well, if she's the
Yeah,
Rune Lord
I'm
of
just
Lust,
saying,
then I
we can-
expect that she's like objectively very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see it from looking at the body, but so the painted depiction, you can see that she's got like these really like bright green eyes.
I'd
Oh, yes,
probably
the
allow her
green
to
eye.
date me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They didn't. I see they didn't go with the green eyes, red hair thing though.
The Dream's personality is rubbing into
No.
Jace.
No, this is purely Jace's personality.
Oh, is it?
Anyway, Silric, Pilbo, you two okay back there? Let's keep exploring.
I didn't know Jace was.
Yeah.
I mean, out of character,
Yeah.
I'm not like that. Wait, greedy? What? He's not greedy. He was teaching
You
a
were
lesson.
greeting over the jewels, and don't lie.
No, that was a test for Andal, obviously. As Jace said.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Let's see
Oh
what's
yeah,
up
one
with this
thing
water.
The party can think what they want.
One
Mhm.
thing I want to fix before I forget is I want to remove those miss modifiers for the rage bonus on Silric before I forget. Put those back to how they were.
Yeah, he's not angry anymore.
Not angry anymore, yeah. Alright, so you guys go check out this water up here. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna reveal some more of this map. So this
yeah, I'll move up.
has a more you see kind of like a beach
Oh,
with
okay.
boats.
Are we
moored
high
at
in
it,
the air?
And you see
Or... Because that looks...
nope, not very.
Oh, okay.
This is slightly above the water, but you can get to it pretty easily. Like it's only like a foot down from this, but it
Okay.
is slightly overhanging the water here. And yeah, you see the water. It's flowing to this way. It's floating to the east, and yeah, it's very. It looks like the water is very slowly moving here, but you can hear that further down the water. You can hear like the sound of like rushing water further down the river, I guess.
Oh, we're
the underground river here.
underground, yes?
This is an underground river. You can see this is now there's still like lights hanging from the ceiling here, but this is a more natural looking cavern otherwise. Like the walls are not the smooth carved out marble that you were in before. The floor that you're standing on obviously is still marble, but yeah, so this is the more natural kind of granite looking cave walls. And yeah, the water's flowing in from here.
Well, there's water on this side. What do you suppose is on the other path?
Let me see the description they have for this is the hall opens here into a balcony overlooking a subterranean river flowing to the east. The waters of the river are dark, while the walls and ceiling above are a breathtaking array of earth tones, the natural stone polished and smooth. So yeah, it's natural, but it actually does look pretty smooth. But definitely, you think that it's probably just been eroded smooth, perhaps, or been smoothed out, but it is otherwise a fairly natural looking cave. But and you can't tell how deep the water is because it's dark. It looks like it's muddied by like sediment. But it does look like it's.
Is there like a rock or something nearby? Like
nope.
a stone?
Nope. This is
No.
just smooth marble with these columns of sortion holding the ceiling up.
What do I have? Surely I have something useful. God, that's silly. Sure, let's do it. I'll take a torch, okay? I'm going to cast the light spell on the torch and then toss the torch in the water to see if I can tell how deep it is or if there's anything inside of it.
Okay.
Goodbye, torch.
You do so. You toss the torch down, and it actually looks like it settles not very far down.
Isn't it a wood
it's hard to tell
torch?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it just float?
Oh, yeah, it just floats away.
but the light is
Nice.
right on the surface of the water, so maybe it shines down into the water so I can see how deep it is.
Unfortunately, because the water's so thick with sediment, it just it brightens it
Whatever.
up, but you
Okay.
can't actually make out specifically how deep it is.
That's fine. I
You
like
see
the
those
idea
boats
of
over there?
using the light spell on the torch instead of
So
lighting it
what you see
with
over
the normal
there
torch.
is you see, oops, wrong one. Yeah, there's a sloping sandy beach extending down from the cave walls here to the edge of a slowly flowing underground river. There's two wooden skiffs moored to 4-foot tall stone posts protruding from the sand near the river's edge. Each boat is relatively narrow and has room to seat 3. You can kind of tell that because you're only 30 feet away from it. But yeah, they're just tied to these wooden and there's each of them contains a long wooden pole that's kind of like got like a little
Okay.
it's got like a little thing housing for it for the pole. It's on the back of the two boats. Like they both have their own in there, presumably
That
to help
sounds.
use it to navigate.
Yeah, maybe we should go around to the other side. I don't know if we can see that door over there. Maybe not, but we do know there's another
Well, you
hallway
you
to the other
saw
side.
you saw the door from this side, but yeah, you can't tell for
Yeah,
sure. You can't see it
I
from
think it's
this
a
angle because
safe.
but yeah,
it's
it's
a
a pretty
pretty
safe
safe bet.
assumption.
It was a safe bet.
Why
We
don't we
should
go around that
go
way?
the other way.
Okay.
If I don't see anything else here, then sure.
No, you don't see anything
I'm
else
sure
here.
there's something over here.
Yeah, like I said, you can hear that's where the water's coming from, and you can also hear that there seems like the water's faster over here. Like you hear kind of rushing water over there, almost like maybe there's a waterfall down that way. Okay, so yeah, if you guys head over to the other side over here, towards the door, the hallway ends in an immense panel of reddish metal that is nearly 20 feet tall and 10 feet wide. Uh, Dozens of scenes have been carved into individual 1-foot square frames on the panel. These scenes chronicle a beautiful woman engaged in a magical incantation involving some sort of winged creatures.
Can I identify what the creatures are?
Knowledge planes? I'll try that.
Knowledge planes, yep.
Oh, because they fly like planes.
No, because they're wind.
And you could also attempt a knowledge arcana to identify what the incantation that's being depicted is.
Ooh.
Shit, I rolled a 2.
Okay.
But
So you guys aren't
maybe
really
he had a
sure about
nice-
the incantation exactly, but you think the winged creatures are depicting succubi.
Oh. Those are kind of a theme in here, but I guess yeah, the goddess or rune lord of lust, it would make sense.
And you notice as well that this, like I said, you can tell this looks like this panel can swing out as a like a door. Um, and you also notice that these smaller like images, you think they can be depressed like buttons, basically.
Who wants to
Sorry,
push
what
buttons?
images can be pressed?
Looks like all of them can.
What are they? There's different images of what? Are these the winged creatures or what are they images of?
Yeah,
Okay.
all the
Are
buttons
they all the
depict.
same?
They look like it's Rune Lord Sortion, doing some sort of magical incantations, and they all look different. Like some of them
Oh, so
have,
maybe it has to be done in order of like how the actual incantation would work.
yeah, maybe.
Well, that's difficult because we don't know what this incantation is. Uh, Andel, can you help us out here?
Andal looks at it, and he says, "This is fascinating looking stuff, but I'm not really sure what to make of it."
Hmm. I'm gonna check the door for traps.
Okay.
See if it's locked.
Yeah, you don't detect any traps, but you don't see any obvious way to open it either. Like, there's no door handle or
Oh.
anything.
I guess I start looking around for other ways that we might be able to get through this.
Jump in the water? We have a grappling hook, we can grapple a boat.
Maybe. I mean, I could probably do it. Jace could still probably do it, but you and Pilbo are the ones I'm concerned about.
Yep. Andal says, "I don't suppose we could just try pushing random buttons."
Do you want to?
Where are
Right?
these buttons?
They're on the door. Like, you see
Do, like, the
each of
images?
these. That's what I'm saying. Each of those images on there looks like it could be pushed like a button, basically. The little panels on there, the 1-foot panels. There's several of them though. They all look slightly different. They all kind of have the same central theme of having like Sortion doing some sort of incantation with a succubus. Like there's one that does stand out is the one in the center, which depicts one that looks like a particularly powerful succubus. Like it has kind of a bigger wingspan, more imposing figure, and it looks like it's holding like it looks like you see Sortion kind of holding that's the scepter that from the Lady's Light statue, and you see kind of like it looks like the depiction of like maybe kind of almost like the succubus is either going into or coming out of the scepter.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably
Is
like
there a button
summoning then.
that has like a very lesser kind of succubus?
Well, all the other ones depict ones that look a lot less imposing.
But not like one that's particularly weak.
No. None that stand out as particularly weak, just the one that stands out as particularly strong.
So the one that stands out is the big one.
How many buttons are there total?
There are 25 of them.
Oh my
Jeez.
god. That's a lot more than I thought.
Arranged
lot.
in a 5x5 pattern.
Okay, I don't think there's any way we can brute force this. That's not possible.
What's on the is images on the button you said?
Yeah,
Yes.
succubuses in different states, but one of them is like a super strong succubus.
The one
coming
in
out
the
of, like, a
center
wand.
looks like it's the strongest
So
one.
the center one, okay.
Yeah, the ones on the bottom or like all around them look like they're weaker. But yeah,
And the
there's
door's
all sorts
locked,
of different ones.
Umbrellas.
Well, it's not
It's
that
not
it's
so much-
locked, it's just there's no way to open it. It's just
There's no
a door.
there's no clear way to open it. There's no door handle or
Push.
if you try pushing on like
I
the
mean,
edges
I'll
out
try.
away from the button. You try and it doesn't seem like it's budging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I have a lot of strength to put into it, but I don't think
No,
it's gonna budge.
it seems like this is some kind of test or puzzle.
So push a button and see what happens.
Yeah, we could press one and see what happens.
Whoa. I mean, that's obviously the dangerous part here.
I mean,
I don't think we can figure out how it works otherwise, because I don't think it wants us to hit all of them. It's probably a pattern or code. So we probably only need to hit like a few of the buttons out of all of them.
Did we see any patterns somewhere else?
Oh, jeez. I'm not
I
sure.
don't recall.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, Andel shrugs, says, I don't remember seeing anything.
I want to spend some time and really closely inspect the buttons to see if I can find any patterns, like if there's a common piece in all of, or in like some of them, but not all of them. Like if there's a, I don't know, symbol on 5 of the 25 or something.
Okay.
And I don't know. See if I notice anything like that. That might give a clue. Because otherwise, like the other 24 that aren't the really strong banshee, or not banshee, succubus, there's nothing to distinguish them apart from each other. So like, I don't get it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe I take like some time and look at it.
Alright, yep. But unfortunately, nothing really seems to stand out in particular on any of them other than, like, you keep coming back to that
The
one in the
middle one.
center being the one that definitely seems just slightly uh different from the other ones.
I'm gonna use my brain.
The succubus all look pretty much identical on all the other ones, even except for that one.
All right, let me detect magic on this thing. Are these buttons magical?
So if I think about it, do I come to any kind of conclusion?
I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Detecting magic, you do detect magic on coming from on the door.
Okay.
And on the central button.
I'll concentrate, determine school on each.
Okay, let's see. You detect a transmutation aura.
That's on both of them, are the same.
On coming from the, like, it seems like it's just like one aura. It's concentrated mostly on the central
Okay.
button.
But the door is the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just one aura.
Okay. I'll try and spellcraft it. Or is it knowledge arcana to determine spell in place?
Well, Knowledge Arcana lets you identify a spell in place if you can see it, but you don't actually see a spell here. So, but Spellcraft would work,
Okay.
but you'd have to touch it,
Yeah,
interact
I
with
want
the
to touch
magic
it.
aura you're detecting. Okay, so you go and you
I
touch
don't want
it.
to like press the button, but I'll touch the button to figure out what the aura is.
Okay. You think that it is some sort of like spell to open and close or close a door.
Okay,
Like
guys,
the cantrip open
I
close, or perhaps
wonder if
knock.
we just need to press the middle button and that's it.
Well, hold
I
on.
kind of think that we just need
If
to press the
that's
middle
it,
button.
and there is something possibly bad that could happen, then let's just be ready for it, okay?
I'm always
So I'll
ready.
take my mithril short sword out.
Andal will step back.
Yeah. Oh, now he's stepping back.
Pull out the wand of acid arrow and just carry it.
Okay. Have acid arrow at
Okay.
the ready.
I'll press the button when everyone looks like they're ready.
Okay.
The middle
Okay.
one.
You do. When you do, the door slides open and the frame along the top, some runes kind of appear, kind of flickering in from left to right, burned into as though from a magical arcane mark. They appear to be written in Thessalonian, and Andal and Pilbo are able to read it. I think. I don't think anybody else has Thessalonian.
Correct. I believe that's right.
So I don't know if Pilbo reads it out loud, but Andal definitely reads it out loud. So the rest of you will hear what it says as well. You hear him or say the words. Ayand Mala is bound to the light for all ages. Or
I do not know who that
Uh,
is.
Yeah, unsure.
That's how you spell that. So that appears above the door, but the door opens, and other than that, nothing happens, and you can see the rest of this little beach here.
Alright.
But I like that you guys are being very cautious about this because this is probably the right approach to take on this dungeon. There's some very dangerous stuff in here.
Yeah, it's fine. The game wouldn't kill us this early, right?
You think so?
It's not exactly this early. We're in book 2.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
this is the book where they take the kid gloves off and say, "All right."
I do wish I had more health, and I'm sure other people probably do too, but I don't know what we can do about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, you guys have been like this is still the first day you guys have gotten here.
True, we could rest.
Like it actually is kind of in the
'Cause it's kinda
afternoon
late.
right now.
Well, we're not that.
I mean, are you
I don't think
guys
we need
hurting
to
on
rest.
spells?
No.
I'm a little above half health, but I mean, as long as
Yeah, I'm a little above half.
as long as I'm
Pluto
not
says
like
there's a lot
you
of
know,
dangerous stuff in the dungeon,
limping,
it makes me nervous.
I can keep going.
Oh, well.
But
I can usually keep
okay.
myself safe.
Should have asked the witch lady for some
We have a
healing
wand
potions
for
or something.
heal, right?
Andal kind of looks
Do
around.
we?
And
I thought we
says,
used
very,
it up.
I think Ron used it all.
Oh, okay.
I used it.
Yeah,
I don't think we have another one.
The wand of cure light.
But we can always go back to the
Cleared out.
witch's place to rest.
She
Even
did
if
say
we
you could
rest, you're
stay
only
there.
gonna
Yeah.
heal for 5 HP.
I would kill for a positive energy cleric right now, but no, it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Andal
I'll take
is looking at
I'll take the
the.
shaman hex to heal from negative energy, and then ask Pilbo to channel for
He
me.
says, "I wonder who left. Like, did the Grey Maidens really come down here?"
I don't know. I'll check the boats out.
Is there any
Um,
footprints in the sand?
Yeah, does it look like there's
I'll do a
any trace of
perception.
activity around here before us?
Go ahead and roll a perception.
I don't see shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You do actually notice that there
Wasting all my
are
crits.
signs of footprints in the sand before you get, before you guys get in here.
Are they
Quite a lot,
relatively
Going to the boat?
fresh?
No, definitely not. Definitely not
Okay,
super, not
so
very
that's-
fresh, but you do.
if
But
we
you do
don't-
think you see signs that people came through here.
Because we know that
Because yeah, there are like footprints in
person
the sand.
left, and then she could have come back, but it doesn't look like she came back through here, or else we'd see fresh footprints.
Well, no, Moreau told you it's been a while since she had showed
Oh,
up.
since that. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I thought that was more recent. Okay. Well, it's hard to tell, but the footprints go like to the boats. Seems like they used the boats. I would assume. What
Yeah.
else would you do here? Okay. And the river's flowing which way? Is it right or left on the map?
It's flowing to the right. It's flowing to the east.
Okay. What if I want to
Very
go
slowly.
left? Oh, we could probably do it with the sticks then.
Yeah, the water's moving. The
Okay.
current's so slow here that you'd think you could move through it no
But
problem.
we hear rushing water.
And
up
yeah,
ahead.
You hear rushing water to this direction. That's correct.
Yeah, so we should probably
Yeah, I
not
like
go
that.
that way. That sounds
That
like
sounds
a
like
waterfall
there's a-
or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a water.
Yeah, it sounds like there might be
Or
a waterfall
rapids.
over there.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we, if we want to go now, why don't we split up into these boats and try
Mhm.
and pull our
In fact,
way
you
to
think
the
you would
left?
have to. There are 2 boats here, but the boats are only big enough, it looks like, to seat 3 people in them. They're pretty narrow.
Yeah, we definitely have to split up. But I mean,
But
we're
we're
not
not.
gonna
I don't
we're
think we
gonna
should actually
stay
split
next to each
up.
other.
Yeah.
We'll
like-
be in boats nearby each other.
We can, everybody can use their left hand to hold on to the boat on the left, and then everybody can use their right hand to hold the boat to the right, and then we just hold on to the 2 boats. Make them
Hey,
one.
that's a
Keep
good
them
idea.
next to each other.
Make like
Yep.
a pontoon.
Yep.
That's not a bad idea. I wonder if we could take
But we
it one
still
step
need-
further and like secure
still
them
need
together
someone
just one with our
to-
hands.
Like, are there paddles or oars here?
There's a stick.
There's a stick on the end of both boats.
A big,
long-
long
a long-
pole.
A long pole that's about, it looks like it's about maybe a yard or so long.
We have
Hmm.
rope.
Think like
Can
Italy,
we tie
how
the
they use
2
the
boats
poles
together?
to navigate around. Yeah. Well, I don't know what
Correct.
you would secure it to, is what I was wondering. I thought about that
If-
too.
If somebody was playing that third-party class where they get a bunch of bonuses and gondolas, this would be your time to shine. You would be a god in this part of the AP.
Um,
Does anybody have
yeah,
knowledge
are the boats? Do
engineering?
they have anything to tie rope to hold them next to each other, or
They're being
one
held-
right in front of the other?
Well, they're tied to a mooring post right now, and you probably like the rope
Oh, we
That's
could use
tied into the
that
mooring.
rope.
could probably be used to be tie the 2 together as well.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
I don't know. Like, if we tie them together, like, we can't really steer them with, like,
That's
just
true. It
a
might get
pole.
narrower. Why don't we just keep close to each other? The water's not moving very fast. We should be able to control the boats, right? Like we're pretty sure we're not gonna have trouble
Yes.
like
You think
steering. So
it might become more of an issue when if you head further
if you go over a
downstream,
waterfall,
where you hear the water getting quicker. But in the area around this beach, you think just using the little pole, like you could just assuming that it reaches, especially if it reaches like the bottom of the water. Like you can't really tell how deep it is, but if assuming that it's not very deep, it definitely would be fine.
yeah, okay. I say we just get in. Ando, you can go with me. I might have some more
Okay.
lessons for you.
He seems fine with that.
And also like out of character, like Jace has been the one that's been like the most welcoming to have Andal with us.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What?
you'll be the death of him.
Right? I mean, most of the party's like, oh, another guy, whatever, fine, right? That's the impression I've gotten.
Why do
Party.
we need to
I
go
do
out
feel
of
like you
character
definitely-
and make this statement? Like, why is this necessary to bring up? What's your
I'm
point?
just saying that
What are
Andal
you
and I are
getting at?
buddies.
He's just saying they're buddies. All right.
Okay.
All right. Noted. Jason
That's
and
why
buddies.
Jace is like, yeah, Andal, come with me.
Or
Yeah.
at least that's how Jace.
He's gonna
sees-
care so much about you, Jace, that when
Jace
that character
enjoys-
dies, you'll have to play Andal.
Yeah, you have to handle that.
Jace enjoys
God.
having people look up to him and see him as like, you know, a star or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
It's
He's
like
trying really hard to like make
Yeah.
Andal like impressed with
Oh,
you.
man.
It's
Yeah.
kind of funny actually.
Oh, man.
yeah.
All right. Who else is gonna go on that boat then? Considering that there's
Not
two
it.
people and
Yes.
Not
someone-
interested.
As much as I whatchamacallit, I dislike their antics, someone has to keep them safe, so I'll go on their boat.
Okay.
Umbrellas is the one that's
Alright.
going to keep us from doing something stupid.
All right. And Pilbo, Hannah, and Silric are on the other boat. Okay. And yeah, you get there and you untie it, and yeah, and the water is not very deep, and the pole, it does seem like it reaches all the way to the ground, and you're able to use that to kind of push the boat around to navigate. And it does not take, as like I said, for now, it won't take any checks.
Bros, do you want to use
Alright.
the pole or shall I?
I'll use it.
Yeah,
Okay,
whoever's sitting in the
then-
back basically uses the pole.
That'll keep my my arms free to shoot anything that needs shot.
You do think that whoever's sitting in the back would probably be the one that would have to make checks if a check ever becomes necessary to navigate.
I mean, not that that's gonna happen. Like, why are you even telling us that?
Of course
That's
not.
unnecessary.
This is hypothetical.
The only thing that's gonna happen on these boats is a murder mystery.
That's right.
That's true. Oh no!
Yeah. And because PCs never die in murder mysteries, on boat
It's
murder
Andal.
mysteries, it's gonna be Andal that's gonna die.
But which
Goodbye,
of us
best
killed Andal? It had to be
friends.
one of us.
Goodbye.
Is it-
Is it really that
Here.
much of a mystery? I'm on the boat with him.
That's true.
And
you
I
know
got the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not so much of a mystery then.
It was Abrellis with the knife on the boat.
Yeah. Okay. So we're off.
Where do you guys want to go then? You guys heading upstream for now then first?
Upstream. Away from the rushing waterfall.
We're going this way?
Yes.
I will
right.
reveal more of this map then.
Row, row, row your boat.
Gently up the stream.
Yeah. Although in this case, you don't have a rowboat. It's more like a Venetian
push stick, push stick,
gondola.
push stick.
Pull,
up the road.
pull, push, stick your
Yeah,
boat.
You're pushing it up. So, oh yeah, there's also this. So you see, there's like a little kind of narrow, I don't know, like outlet, I guess, off to the side here that you don't think the boats could fit down.
Wait, why my game go back? Oh no.
I don't know. You might hit the back button.
I have to refresh, I guess.
And yeah, as you guys kind of make your way up to the top, it ends kind of abruptly. And you see a churning cascade of water pouring from a circular hole in the highest part of the wall here. A metal grate covers the hole, and glowing runes surround the hole's rim. Along the south face of the watery tunnel, an oval stone platform protrudes from the wall, forming a sort of balcony over the river. At the back of the platform's alcove stands a 12-foot tall statue of a beautiful woman, her arms raised up in the air. And this, of course, also looks like Sortian.
And she looks familiar, yes?
Yeah, it looks like Sortian.
Can we be like this far up, or is that too far up?
No, it's fine.
Talking about us seeing
Okay,
that
I'm
platform
trying to-
and the statue, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just... My boats don't turn very well.
You know,
Wait,
you
is this like a
can-
waterfall coming up here, you said?
You can click and drag
Yeah, so there's-
Sergarium and highlight them, and you can move them at the same time if you want.
There's a grate with some glowing runes around the edge of it, and that's where the water's pouring out from.
Oh, it's coming out there. Okay, and is this thing here, is it something we can get out onto, or it sounded like it was like really high up?
Nope, it's not that high up. It's maybe like a foot off. If you pull the boat up next to it, you think you could probably.
Okay.
It'd be hard to find a way to like something to tie it to. You think maybe if you had like a python or something, you could use it to secure it in there or something, or maybe if you had maybe the rope could reach to the statue, or you could just hold on to it when you climb up there.
We'll just hold it, yeah. Alright, these janky boats are docked.
Good job.
It was worth it. Okay. And we climb up, and oh no, another statue! I'll inspect the statue.
Yep.
Once
It's a
everyone's
12-foot tall
up on board
statue.
here.
And her arms are raised up in the air, as if like accepting something from the sky, maybe, or something, or maybe summoning something.
Or to like praise be to deity.
Yeah.
Is it sorry? Is the statue? Do you say it's a sore person?
Yeah, it looks like Sortian.
Looks like Sorshin, yep.
Sorshin.
I'm gonna check this room and the statue for like traps and
Okay.
suspicious or
Inside
valuable
this
things.
little alcove, if I look further down it while the boat is passing, is it like a dead end or what's going on there?
You
A
don't
grate with
see
water
the end of
coming
it.
out.
Okay.
No, the one down here.
Right.
This does not have a
Oh,
grate. that
there.
you see.
Oh.
This one looks like it's too narrow
even
for
see
boats
that.
to go down, but yeah, you extends in. There's no lighting down that way, and yeah, it just looks like it's dark down there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd probably have to like swim down there.
Yeah, if you think if you wanted to go down there, you might have to swim.
I'd rather
so
not
yeah,
swim down
Not for
there.
now. I don't feel like getting all wet.
I'm more confident in climbing down than swimming.
Yeah. Okay, so you're looking around, and you only really see the statue, the 12-foot tall statue, but you do notice it looks like where her eyes normally are, the statue's eyes normally are empty sockets.
Okay. I want to detect magic on the statue at this point.
You do detect magic coming from the statue.
Really? Okay. Cool. Oh, I have to reopen my character sheet. 1 second. I'll do school first.
Just don't
once
ever
my
close
sheet
it.
loads.
Just never
Well, I
close your
hit the
character sheet.
back button on accident and it
Oh yeah,
closed it.
that's fair.
Yeah. Knowledge, Arcana. I've been getting my mileage out of that skill today.
You are not sure what the magic aura is. It seems like it's a very, very strong aura, though.
Okay,
Okay, I warned the party. The magic here is really strong. Oh my
Ooh,
god,
there you
your
go.
Arcana check's so good.
Allow Hannah.
So
How long have
Hannah,
I been
looking
doing
at
this?
it, realizes that this is this magic that you're aura that you're detecting on the statue is a very high level enchantment spell
Ooh.
called Binding. That's something that is like keyed to the statue in some way, is being used to bind something.
Like Sorshin.
Well, binding normally is something that controls an outsider.
Yeah, it wouldn't be likely that
Oh.
she would bind herself. To be
Well, not
fair.
necessarily an outsider. It can do it to anybody. It's an enchantment compulsion effect, but which makes sense. Sorshin was as the Rune Lord of Lust. The Lust Thessalonian school is basically enchantment.
Yep, that makes sense.
So this makes sense. But this is a level 8 spell, like a really high level spell. But yeah, you know
Oh,
that
wow.
you can. Yeah, binding has a lot of different uses, but
Could
probably
be keeping something here.
So
it
there's
could be
some
keeping
creature
something
that's
trapped
bound to
here.
this,
It could
probably.
be, yeah, is most likely what it's being used to do.
Well, I don't see anything. Look around. Do we see any?
Can I climb up the
Scary
statue? Because you
creatures?
said it's tall, right? It's like 12 feet tall or something.
Yeah, it's 12 feet tall. You could try to climb it. Yeah.
Can I climb up and see if there's anything in the sockets, like little buttons or something?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
Go ahead and
Swarms
roll a
are
climb
inside.
check, unless you want to take 10
Sure.
on it.
I mean, there's nothing like bothering me right now.
So yeah, you can take 10 on it if you
My
like.
climb is 6 at the moment, so if I take 10 and
Okay.
16.
That's good enough. This is pretty easy to climb. There's plenty of
Or
there's
sorry, no, it's
plenty
5,
of-
so it's 15.
there's plenty of places to grab the statue. It's got lots of curves. We'll say that. So
Hey.
Stupid.
so you climb up and you realize you can look into the sockets, and that inside you can see that the statue is actually hollow. but has water
Ooh.
inside it.
Hmm.
Go
Not what
ahead
I
and
was
roll a perception
expecting.
check. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay. You notice as well that in that water, there seems to be part of the water looks like different, like it's moving separately from the normal water that's kind of sitting in there.
Okay.
Like there's almost like how water and oil separates
Yeah.
if you leave it sitting long enough, but this is not like floating on like a separate level the way that does. It's more like maybe a creature in there,
All right.
perhaps um, perhaps blending into the water or something.
Well, I'm not gonna stick my fingers in there. That would be silly. So I'll get off of the statue, and I'll tell the others that. Did someone say something about there being a spell that like was keeping something here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hannah determined there was a binding spell on the statue. It's probably not binding the statue, but
Yeah,
that's
there's
what it's
something
like focused
funny
on.
inside that statue. It's water and something else.
Is this a dead end?
I shrug. It might be, unless we like destroy the statue or something and
Yeah. You also noticed
release
that there
whatever's in it.
were runes uh, around the grate that the water's pouring out of, and you see Andel's kind of squinting at him, trying to like make sense of them. But he says, "I can't make any sense of those runes, but maybe there's some sort of magic or
I
something."
cast read magic.
Okay. And yeah, you are able to tell that they are, in fact, magical runes.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and roll a spellcraft check.
Ooh.
Okay, you can't tell what the magic runes are.
Aww.
It looks like it's some sort of spell, perhaps, that's
Okay, I'll
being
try.
used by these runes. But ooh, there you go.
Hey,
Jace
teamwork.
is able to
Jace has
tell
read
that
magic?
this.
Yeah, I'm a magus.
Does it mean you
Yeah,
prepared it?
so you
but
cast
okay.
read magic as well, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As all good
Uh,
cantrip spellcasters should, they have read magic every day.
Sometimes I don't prepare it when level
Yeah,
1,
a
when
lot
we
of
have
times
3
I don't.
cantrips.
I mean, you can't read. Can you read your own spells without it?
Yeah.
Because your spells are
Yes.
written in magic, right?
They're written
Yeah,
in
you
Okay, I
can
didn't
read
know
your
that.
own spells.
writing.
I always do it anyways, though, so you can see
You
scrolls
can,
of things.
yeah. You can do scrolls and other people's spell books, I think, without read magic using the spellcraft check as well, but yeah,
Spellcraft.
it's just easier just to use read magic. So you're able to tell from these runes that what is around this grate, like that, basically that this grate is a fixed portal to the plane of water, and that's where this water's coming from.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
neat.
Oh, do we want to go there?
No?
You do also
No,
realize
not
it's
really.
it's a one-way portal. It brings stuff from the water plane, but you can't go back.
Yeah, as far as I remember, the water plane is just pure water. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, that might be bad. It's also one way, so that is not ideal. Although we know that the water coming out here is clean and fresh then. I think the water plane has clean water, assuming I know that
Yeah,
in
you're
character.
pretty sure that if you grab water from like the waterfall, it probably is extremely pure and clean.
Yeah,
That
I'll
this,
refill my water
the fact
skin
that
from
it's all,
the waterfall.
yeah, you think that
Ew.
that tells you that the water that's in here that the boat was in that was all like kind of dirty means the dirt must just be from the floor of the like the actual cavern.
Yeah, it's
not from the
slow
water
moving
itself.
water. It's a little murky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
well,
the dust or dirt's
yeah.
getting dug up by the waterfall here, and then it just kind of sits in the silt kind of just sits in the water.
I'll
Yucky,
taste some of
stagnant
the
water.
fresh, pure water from the waterfall.
Okay.
I'm sure it's crystal clean and beautiful.
Yep. It's
Totally
pristine.
won't give you
Although-
diarrhea.
Swallows a water elemental. Whoops!
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume like maybe I'd put the boat over there to get to it. I don't want to swim in the water to get to it, but whatever.
Well, you know that the water isn't very deep, actually.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I
remember,
would get
remember
it. Yeah, yeah.
the pole
The
you have
pole
is only
told us.
like, yeah, the pole's only like 4 feet or so long, and it's able to reach the floor. So, it's like
Okay, so what do we
waist-high
know? We
water.
know that Umbrella said that there might be a creature inside the eyes, right?
No, I think there's a creature in there, in the statue.
Statue's hollow.
But there's
Yeah.
no reason to provoke it.
Except for
I
we're
mean,
at
as
a
far
dead
as I can
end.
tell, I couldn't find any hidden passages.
Well, I think we go in the passage that we saw earlier. That was the skinny passage.
Why
that,
would she bind
Hannah
something
saw.
here? I wonder. And why here?
To defend something.
Maybe they're responsible for this portal working.
Maybe. If it's a portal to the plane of water, then I could see that.
But if that's true,
I
and
mean,
the
with those
water
eyes being
stops,
hollow,
then we can just walk. Yes.
maybe.
Hmm.
I mean, with those eyes being hollow in the statue, I don't see any reason why whatever's in there couldn't just come out whenever it wanted to.
But it might be bound inside, like it can't. The holes might just be for air or something. I don't know.
I don't think water breathes.
You think water's in there? Oh, right.
Well, whatever I saw in there looked like it was watery.
Oh, so it could be like a water elemental. That would make sense.
It could be.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair,
I don't see any reason
binding
to
is
provoke
like
it.
binding something is like imprisoning it, and we don't know whether or not this deserved an imprisonment. But I would hate to think that it didn't deserve it, but yet here it is being imprisoned. Perhaps we should do something about it.
I'd hate to think what powerful creature is being held by that powerful of a spell. It sounds beyond our means.
I mean, that
Well, I'm
spell
not sure how
doesn't
to
hold
dispel
back a
it.
powerful creature. It could hold back anything. It's simple, just like you.
The only thing I could think of is destroying the statue. But, I mean, look at it. It's a statue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's big. I don't have anything like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, and you said there's water
Yeah, break it
inside
down
it,
with-
right? So even
Yeah.
if we
So it's
broke
gonna
it,
be-
it would dump all that water on us.
Well, it's not that
Yeah.
much water, and it's not a big deal.
It's a 12-foot tall statue. It's pretty big.
Oh no, we're gonna get flooded out and die. Ooh. Yeah, it's not likely that much
Hannah,
is
you
gonna
seem to be
happen.
tempting fate.
Yeah. I'm just, the way I'm looking at it is that this is a dead end, and there's magic here, and something's being bound. What we could do is see what's at the other end of the water and find out if it's a dead end and that we needed to stop this water and then come back.
We could do that. And I don't mind that.
What do you guys make of that little pathway there that we passed?
This?
They don't want to get wet,
Yeah, I think that's
clearly,
where we should
so-
go.
Risky.
No, the water's
I
not
think
that deep.
I could.
You have to
I
get
could
wet
go
to
in there.
further.
I mean, the boats obviously aren't designed to go in there, so I guess
Yeah.
I guess Sorshan or whoever made this dungeon probably doesn't necessarily want us to go down there, though.
I could go down there, but
Does that look like
I
it's
don't know
a
if we need to.
natural, like, little tunnel?
No,
Okay.
actually.
like it was artificial or man-made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like a whatchamacallit, like some kind of reservoir, something else that needs like water to like get out from somewhere back into the river.
Hmm.
Maybe it leads to Sorshin's bath.
Well, maybe you can scout ahead and find out.
I could do that. I'm willing to for the group as the rogue.
Okay.
Andal looks around at. Oh, he says, "Do you think we could sell Sorshin's bathwater on the internet?"
I'm gonna,
No, he doesn't say that.
Definitely.
I'm gonna dunk his head in the water.
But you might end up
He
with a
doesn't say that.
lawsuit, and you might have to settle.
Oh no.
Wait, did someone do that? Is that the joke?
Yes, you didn't
Yeah.
know about that.
You didn't hear
It
about
sounds
Belle Delphine
familiar,
selling her
but-
Oh my
bathwater?
god.
I didn't know who it was.
Oh. The greatest troll on the internet.
So yeah, you look down and yeah, like if you pull out, you have to pull back out one of your own sources of light in order to see too far.
Yeah,
down
my
there. It's
sunrod
dark in there.
or my continual flame torch.
Okay.
Alright, well just toot
so
and
yeah, do
holler
you-
if you get in trouble.
Yeah. Andal will stay on one of the boats, so you can kind of look down there as well. Unless somebody else tells, "Hey, let me do that," and then he'll move aside. But yeah. So you make your way through there, and yeah, you can fit through this. It's like I said, it's too narrow for the boats, but a person can fit down. And it's not like squeezing you or anything yet. But it does look like as you go in, it narrows, and you get about that point,
Oh, jeez.
and you can see.
I don't know if I can get through there.
Yeah, you could see further down there with your light, but you think you'd have to squeeze. You want to get through there, and you see at the end of it here, it like it looks like it stops. It's possible that the water continues like underwater, like there might be an submerged like passage further in there, but the above water part ends, and there's a wall there.
Alright, let's get on the boats. Let's go see
You
what's
think
on
it
the
looks
other
like the
end.
water's kind of very slowly flowing, still flowing that direction, but yeah, you can't actually see the
There's like a
continuation of
little
it, or you
drain
think it's
here.
underwater. hmm
But I can squeeze through it.
Yeah, you can squeeze through it and get all the way up here if you'd like.
Okay, let's try it. I'm just gonna be very stealthy about it and careful.
But you're gonna
Being as
swim?
stealthy as you can while being in water. Eh,
I'm not
she's
even
just
like
waiting.
swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just waiting. It's like chest high,
Yeah, but it's a dead end, yes?
so it's
I want to go all the way to make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, and you can tell that like it continues on, but in order if you wanted to go any further, you have to like hold your breath and like crawl through a cave basically that's under an underwater cavern
Ooh,
filled with water.
should I do it?
I can help
What do
you
you
with
think, guys? Should
holding
I do it?
breath if you think that might be a problem. I do have.
Hey man, we
a,
might as well
uh,
use our resources, right?
Yeah, I have a elemental breath that you can use.
I'll call for Hannah to like come in to like where it gets like the squeezing,
Sure, I'll come.
and yeah, tell her that there's more underneath under there. And I assume you'll give me the water breathing.
Look, it's yeah. Here, let me pull it up so you can know the ruling. So when you open up the bottle, you have to inhale it immediately. And
Oh, is this a consumable?
Yeah, it's a vial,
Neat.
and you get 10 rounds.
All right. I'll take it, and I'll go back over here, and then I'll use it. So I'll get water breathing for 10 rounds.
Okay. And then you
And then I'll dunk myself
dip
in there and
underwater.
see how far I can get.
Okay. And yeah, you can't see very far because the water is pretty murky, but you could still see
Mhm.
about like 10 feet ahead of you at least. And uh, how far are you willing to crawl? 5
Well, I've got
rounds
10
maybe worth?
rounds of breathing.
So yeah, you got 10
Okay.
rounds of air, essentially, from this, and then you can hold your breath after that.
Hold my breath, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay.
We'll go
So
5
you start.
rounds and see where it goes.
Well, you start crawling in, and actually, let's see, in 3 rounds, you actually uh come to a brass grate,
Ooh. Well, that's
and it looks
that sounds
like.
like it's the end of the line.
But interestingly enough, as you get close to the grate, you see that somehow the water on the other side of the grate, like you can tell that it looks way clearer.
Ooh.
And you can see that there's light glowing through the water in there.
All right. The this grate, does it seem pretty like strong and stable?
Yeah, you think it would take you think you could probably pry it loose, but it would take a lot of strength.
Okay. Then I'll crawl back through the water to the others, and I'll tell Hannah, who's probably waiting there for me, that yeah, it goes somewhere.
Okay.
There's a grate on the other side with crystal clear water.
Can we pass through this grate?
No, you'd have
Uh,
to wrench it free.
hmm.
But there's something over there, something a little suspicious. Lots of clean water, light.
Clean water, you said?
Yeah,
Maybe it is Sorshin's bath.
I was just kidding.
I'm gonna hate
Did
it
you
when
say
we get into this room
we can get
and it's
through the
totally
grate?
a bathroom.
Yeah.
Uh, Abrellis thinks that the grate could probably be pried out, but it would take a lot of strength,
Okay.
or maybe like a
It might be
crowbar
hard. I don't
could
know.
help.
Well,
But if someone's all strong, you could just go and yank it.
if there's a room there, though, then surely there's a proper way to get into it.
That might be the proper way, though.
Hmm. Well,
Thinking like a thief. That's how I would break into a room.
I imagine there might be a door.
Probably. But there's still very little that we know about this place, so I would entertain the idea of seeing where the grate goes if we have someone, or if we're determined to get past that grate. But I also don't mind seeing where the rest of this stream goes.
Yeah, I'm not determined to get through that grate.
So what's the plan then? Are we paddling our boats down the stream?
Yeah, it'll at least give it us like a better idea.
I think we
if
should
need
go
to
through
come
the
back.
grate.
Why?
To see what's there. We haven't found anything else down this way besides the statue.
But there are other paths that are not so difficult that we can still check.
I mean, if by not that difficult you mean rapid/waterfall, that sounds kind of difficult to me.
Well, we don't have to go all the way to the waterfall. Obviously, we know how to turn these boats down and go around and go upstream. So
Yeah, as long as we don't get too far into the like too close to it and get sucked in by the current, right?
yeah, that would be the theory.
I don't know. I think it's worth seeing what's on the other side of the grate.
Sure, when we come back.
Well,
I don't
I
really want
mean-
to have to come all the way back.
well,
Anybody else have
someone
opinions?
is gonna have to try and. Well, my opinion is that someone with enough strength to try to get through that grate, and it's not me.
I can try.
I can also
Alright, by
try.
all means.
Or Silver can, yeah. I don't know. I assume Silver's stronger than me, though.
I think he's stronger than you.
Silver's got like 19 strength, right?
Oh, yeah. Silric, you muscular young man, why don't you,
Who's actually
Try and-
older than you?
open the grate?
Okay,
Oh.
very well then.
I still say young man.
I do not have
it's
any more
flattery.
water breathing for any of you guys, so beyond that point, I don't know how much.
Oh,
you're
it didn't
gonna-
get that. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, but did you see
I
surface
got there
on
fairly
the other side
quickly.
of the grate?
No.
So we don't know how much more you're gonna have to be underwater.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
but it
I
only
won't be
took
able to
3
help you out
rounds
with
of
that one.
crawling through there.
So you'll have to hold your breaths.
Okay, so let's do a quick Pathfinder lesson. How long can you hold your breath? It's based on con, right?
Double your con.
Yeah, but if you're
Double
doing
your
something
con,
strenuous, it takes
Like rounds?
2 rounds worth. Yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, if you have 14 con, you can hold your breath for 28 rounds as long as you're only like taking
Oh
move
my,
actions.
that's so long.
It is.
But if you're doing anything strenuous, so trying to do a strength check to pull it off, it
Like
takes up
open
2
a
rounds.
grate.
So
Yeah.
then then you can only hold your breath for 14 rounds.
So it's very
Sure,
doable.
but still, that's
yeah.
plenty of time.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if you're so
Might have to, like, go down
insistent,
there.
then lead the way.
Or
I mean, I
in
wasn't
this
there.
case,
I don't
have
know where
Silver-
it's at.
Have
I
Silver
think
lead the
Gabrels
way.
needs to lead the way.
I already
Gabrels needs to
showed you
lead
where it
Silver
was.
to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
literally a
haven't
straight
heard
line.
from Ron and Silric.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do this? Is that what you want to do? Or do you guys want to go down and see what's further down the water first?
Mm,
I'm down to do it.
sure.
There. See, Silric wants to do it.
Alright,
Okie
so
dokie.
Silver's gonna go down to the edge of this narrow passageway, hold his breath, and crawl in to this grate and see if
Somebody
he can
gonna
rip it
follow
out.
behind him?
You can
just in
muscle at
case something happens?
Well, you probably don't want to go behind him in the corridor because then you won't be able to come back through it because you're squeezing through it. Basically, you can't actually pass through each other's squares in that corridor, like
Well,
in
we
the
can-
inside the underground part. But yeah, being maybe back here just before the tunnel might be a good idea in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if something crazy does go happen, I think I want to give him as much room as he can get.
Okay. So Silric
But we'll be
holds his
here.
breath, crawls in, takes 3 rounds to get to the grate, and then do you try to pull the grate out of the way? Pry it off?
See if he can like natural 20 it.
Alright, your first attempt isn't good enough, but you think you still have enough breath for a few more attempts before you'd have to start crawling back.
Oh
That
no.
attempt is also not good enough.
The signs!
Oh, no.
Turn back now!
Your attempts are
So let's
getting
see.
weaker. You're running out of strength.
I think you can do. I think you can do
I'm gonna
about
try a lot.
one more attempt, and then you probably want to start crawling back.
All right.
There you go.
Yay.
You-
Oh,
good job.
jeez.
You pop it open. Now what do you do? Do you continue through the grate, or do you head back?
I'll continue through.
Okay. And it doesn't go very much further. You emerge and you get to the spot where you realize there's like open air above you where the light's coming from, and you're able to like stand up in it. And you find yourself in this little room here. I'm gonna put your token into it. All
Oh,
right.
shit.
So I got a description of this
Doors.
room. It's a simple, pure pool of pure, clear water fills the central area of this room. Doors lead out to the room in all 4 cardinal directions. So not very much going on in here other than this pool. However, you do notice that once you move into it, with the grate gone, the water's starting to like muck up. It's no longer as pure as it
Oh
was
no,
before.
we've fucked it up.
Dang.
Uh,
It could have been
Uh-oh.
that healing water,
As-
and now it's not.
As someone infamously once said, "You killed powerful magic." Well, maybe not powerful magic, but you killed.
I remember that.
But yeah, so you see, there's four
Yeah, that was
different
me.
doors in here. That was you, yes.
That was
But yeah,
up in
you
Ron.
think
He destroyed the
yeah,
The stupid
think-
ring thing or whatever it was.
you think you can crawl back, no problem. Now that grate's out of the way, and you can go let everyone else know that it's safe to crawl through it. Kind of,
Alright,
you're all
yeah.
soaking wet, but
I'll go
And,
back and
yeah,
let
there's-
Gibbers know.
Well,
So
good
Silver
job,
comes back.
guys. You broke the magical thing. I tried to
But-
stop you! I really did!
you did find
It's
an
fine.
alternate entrance into here, which is something I love.
Yay!
Dungeons need more alternate entrances,
Yeah.
This
This is good.
Or is it?
but just be
And
just
in
be
fact,
aware.
It's better than good. It's great.
Just be aware.
Wow.
You had to jump through a
Yeah.
lot
We
of
should
hoops to
drown
get
him.
this way, so you're probably
Go for it.
yeah, you might be further in the dungeon than the book thinks you'll be at this point.
No, it's fine.
Was the boss on the door to the left? That's my guess.
No, you're nowhere near the
No,
boss.
it's gonna be door, hall, door, and then it's gonna be boss.
We're gonna go through like 4 doors. and the
it's gonna be
exact
that
path
mummy's
straight to
mask.
the
There is
boss.
4 doors.
hallway where there's like 8
Oh, God.
doors,
No, it was
and
more than that.
5-foot hallway separating them.
Yeah, it was like 20 doors or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. 18, 16, 15.
Okay.
It
Absurd
was a
amount of
lot.
doors.
Well, now I'm curious. Like, I kind of want to go here.
Yeah. Good job, Silric.
Well, now
let's
that
go
we
in.
started, we might as well continue. No sense
I'm
stopping
I'm
now?
cool with that.
I'll swim through, squeeze through, and
We're all gonna squeeze into
squeeze
this
through.
tiny room.
I'll try and detect magic on that pool of water thing. Is there any magical aura left?
There is a lingering aura on it, but it seems like it's kind of slowly dissipating away.
Can I tell what it is? I don't know how lingering auras work.
You can touch kind of the edge of the pool and do a spellcraft check. Okay. You think that this pool used to have kind of a purification effect that would use the spell Dispel Magic. However, you think that it must have been tied to that grate in some way because now it
Oh,
does not
man.
do that
We
anymore.
could have dispelled
Hey, that's
shit
good.
on
We don't
us
lose
if
our
we
magic
drank
now.
it.
Yeah, I think that's good. I don't know. The last Thessalonian dungeon we were in had multiple pools of the same magical water, so
Yeah,
perhaps
but
that's
we
the
didn't,
case here
like-
as well.
But we didn't like go through it like this.
Right, I'm just saying there might
Yeah.
be another pool that has something similar. Is
At
Andal
least
waiting for
no, he'll
more
go with
room to be
he'll
made?
go with you
Well, this
guys.
room's a little
Just you guys are all
tight,
cramped
so-
in
So
this
we're just
tiny room.
all cramped. Alright,
You're all
Adele,
cramped in
pick
this
a door,
room.
open a door.
As
We're
long as
cramped.
combat doesn't happen, it's fine.
I vote the left door. It's where the boss is. I promise you.
Yep.
Left door is fine
I mean,
with me.
I like going left.
There you go. Left door it is.
I'll check the left door for traps.
Go ahead and roll perception.
I mean, in character, it's not left. It's yeah.
it could be left.
Unless
I don't
you
know. You don't
really
think
still perceive the way we came in to this
You
whole
don't
place.
think there's any traps, but you do think this is a simple door to open. It doesn't appear to be locked.
Nice.
Alright, I'll open it.
Okay.
You receive some sort of curse. No, not a curse.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm just
this
gonna
isn't
talk
that
to
kind of
you.
game.
No. Just you wait. He'll curse us. I promise you.
I'm sure at some point.
I
It's
thought
just
there was
not
gonna be a
curse around
chance
every
to,
corner.
but it hasn't happened yet.
Mummy's Mask has a
Probably
lot
if we took the
of
jewels
curses,
or
honestly.
something.
Well, yeah, because it's called Mummies, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. Stone counters line the walls of this chamber. An additional work slab sits at the center of the room. All of these countertops are cluttered with beakers, jars, tubes, tools, and all manner of ancient alchemical equipment, many of them caked with strange incrustations of crystals, stains, and other residues. A particularly large urn of corroded-looking metal sits in the center of the westernmost countertop.
Hannah, this looks like your alley.
Could it actually be alchemy going on in here?
Yeah, it looks like alchemical equipment at least.
Oh, wow.
Looks like
Why
an
don't we
alchemist
move
lab.
in so we're not cramped?
Step in.
So yeah, take a look around, Hannah. Let us know if you need any help with anything, and I'll kind of just look around to see if there's anything interesting as well.
Are there useful things here?
You can roll a perception check. You may also roll an alchemy check as well if you'd like.
Ooh.
Okay. So let's see. You think that some, like while you're looking around, Abrellis, like with your perception check, you're not really noticing anything that stands out to you. It all looks like weird alchemical stuff to you. But Hannah, who is versed in the art of alchemy, is able to determine some of the stuff about it. You're able to tell that some of these bottles have unstable chemicals in them. That you think if you threw it, you could throw them as splash weapons potentially.
Oh, sweet.
Uh-huh.
We're all alchemists now.
There's sort of like a more powerful version of alchemist fire. However, they're also unstable, so
Could be dangerous.
if they break while you're holding them, they could be bad too.
Yeah.
You also think that you're looking at this one that's kind of in the westernmost, kind of the one that's standing out the most, this urn.
Yeah, the big one.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Does it have anything on the alchemy check for that? Yeah, you think that that those things are unstable, so you think if you picked up you'd have to take extreme precaution because even just picking them up could jostle the contents of them and could cause them to explode.
Yes, I wouldn't advise it.
Even though they're potent, it might be best to just leave them there. You're not really sure what to make of the urn, though. That thing stands out. You think that might be dangerous as well, but you can't really make out. You can't really tell.
Cast detect magic on it.
Okay. You do not detect any magic from the urn, but you do detect magic coming from those unstable concoctions.
Gotcha. Okay.
You do find some stable ones though, looking around.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
there are 4 different magical items you find doing that. It looks like 2 potions basically.
Okay.
You find like a little container, like kind of like a round spherical container. It looks like it has a lid that you can take off, and you find magic coming from an urn as well. Not the one that's in the center though. It's like a smaller urn off to the side.
Okay. Are the potions
Um,
identical or?
No, they're 2 different potions.
Okay, I'll try to spellcraft
Uh,
all of it.
Okay. So
I'll
I'm just
help.
gonna go down the line and say,
Yeah.
I think you only got. I think only the 29 is gonna work. You know, the one of the potions is a potion of displacement.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
I help.
And then Jace helps out, and you're able to identify the other stuff as well. So there's a potion of displacement. There is an elixir of love.
Oh,
There is a dose of stone salve.
unfamiliar with that one.
Which let me
If
see what
you
stone
get
salve does. I think
petrified
that gives you.
or turned to
Yeah,
stone, you
it's-
can use that.
It turns.
Oh,
You gotta
that's
rub it
really
all
good.
over the
That means
water.
there's
Stone
gonna
to
be
flesh.
a basilisk or something in here.
There might
Maybe.
be.
The urn contains contains many doses of what is called wax of
Cure
defiance.
wounds. Damn it.
Wax
Nope,
of
wax of
defiance.
defiance. Yes.
How many doses?
Wax on, wax off.
So wax of defiance. It looks like there's 10 uses of this. When you apply the wax, you put them in. You basically you apply them by putting them in your ears, and they give you a penalty to perception checks, but a +4 resistance bonus on all saving throws against charm or language-dependent compulsions, such as charm, monster, command, or suggestion.
Yep,
When
I'm gonna
placed in the
put that in
ears
my ears.
of a willing or helpless creature under the effect of one of these effects, it immediately allows them to make a new saving throw to end the original effect. Without the +4 bonus normally granted. And a single dose lasts for 1 hour once applied.
Can you take it out though, or
That's
do you
cool.
have to go full duration?
1 application, yeah, you have 10 applications of it, and you have to use the full hour of it.
Oh, so if you use it, you're stuck not hearing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down to put that in my ears right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have enough of a perception check that I could probably deal with the penalty fairly well.
Jace, you actually think you probably could make more of this wax defiance? You think there's enough stuff in here?
Oh,
Hannah,
okay.
Hannah, you think you probably could do it as well with alchemy?
If I could do it with craft wondrous item.
Yes. It's also can be made with
Okay.
craft wondrous item.
How long would it take to make more?
I mean, I don't
probably
really
a whole day.
intend on wearing them.
Okay.
So
But yeah, you would normally cost 600 gold to make it, but the materials you would need to make more of it are actually already here.
Okay, cool. Then I think we'll keep
Neat.
that in mind, but we won't
So if you
worry
ever-
about making it.
Yeah,
So we need
if
it.
you start using this urn that has 10 uses of it, you could come back and make more.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
I'll use it right now because I mean we're in a scary Thessalonian dungeon ruin place of the Rune Lord of Lust, so I assume there will be lusty things happening.
So Abrilis, do you want the potion of displacement? Or give
sure.
It to, yeah. I'll hold on to the
Pluto, what is
elixir of love for
the-
now.
All right.
What's the penalty to perception? And you said it's a +4
-2
bonus,
penalty on perception. Yeah, +4 resistance bonus, so it's not going to stack with like a cloak of resistance, but
right? Dang, but that's fine.
but it's a +4, so it's probably going to be better than whatever else.
Do you guys want me to
resistance bonus you're
hold on
getting
to the stone
this level.
salve too?
Sure.
Okay.
Hopefully you won't get petrified.
Would it get petrified too, I guess? Hmm.
Depends on the
Everything
effect.
on you.
Don't know. Yeah.
A lot of times it'll petrify all your gear, but some things don't necessarily.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, it would. Yeah, elixir of
I don't know,
love.
if it's not immediate, you might be able to toss it to somebody.
If somebody drinks an elixir of love, they basically get charm personed on the first person they see after drinking it.
Huh. Hey, maybe we'll be able to like use this on somebody or something.
I had Pathfinder
Yeah, you could,
people
like,
do
add-
that. And Nana, remember Nana? In her game,
Yeah.
in the Reign of Winter, like your guys' groups weren't merged yet. They caught one of the scouts at the beginning of the book before the lodge, and she and she had talked to old mother whatever at the Heldren, and she gave it to her. And so she had one, and she gave it to one of those guys, and made him fall in love with somebody's beard. It was quite funny.
Oh
What?
gosh.
So he was like in
Wonderful.
love with a beard. Yeah.
Amazing.
Pluto, are there any ingredients here to make other potions? Like, I don't know, one that rhymes with pure potterate poons or something
Gross,
along those
but no.
lines.
No, you don't think so.
Damn.
You think if you had materials yourself, that you could use the alchemy
I
equipment
could
here, though, as
use
an
the
alchemy lab.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see any materials that would work for that.
Okay. Well, whatever. I put the wax in my ears for now and say, okay, let's move on. Okay,
Well,
did
what
you
about
say
the
okay?
big ol' thing?
The
What
bigger.
do you mean the big? Isn't
Yeah,
that the
the
thing
big
that has
ol'
the
urn.
wax in it?
No, there's a bigger
No, like
one
the
that's
giant one.
right
Oh,
here.
I thought that was the big one. Okay. Yeah, what's in the giant urn?
You're not
Take a
sure.
look.
It's not magical, but it might be dangerous. It looks like it's sealed.
Oh, okay. But I don't detect magic. Okay, I say we don't touch that one. That sounds scary. When dealing with alchemical things, you don't want to touch anything you don't know because it could just like burn through your hand, for example,
Not necessarily.
or
I mean, I
make you
assume it's
blind.
filled with chemicals. But what if they're useful chemicals?
Yes. What
You're
if?
more than welcome to open it and check it out, but I would advise against it. I felt safer opening the sarcophagus than opening that urn.
Hannah
I
goes
think
up to the
anything is safer
urn
than that sarcophagus.
and opens it up.
You go open the
God
urn.
damn it!
I handle it carefully because I
Okay,
see all
do
the
it.
other unstable stuff. So.
I mean, she's the alchemist,
Okay.
so if anyone's gonna do it, it should be her.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that.
So the urn is right over here.
Oh!
Uh-huh. Where would everybody else be standing? Not to alarm
I'll see
anyone.
you right behind her.
Where am I at?
I want to
Yeah,
be close
this
to
is
her when
fine.
it explodes and I can
No,
make
it's
my
not gonna
reflex
explode.
save
I just
nearby.
let something out. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Maybe it will
Yes,
explode.
that's
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
there's
It's
all
a
these
banshee.
volatile things.
When you open it, as soon as the air hits it, you see it kind of start surging up, like it's about to overflow out of the urn. And it looks like it's kind of this gray, almost metallic looking substance.
Oh no!
Maybe like mercury. It bubbles up and spills
It's a
out over the
mercury
edges of the
golem.
urn.
Ooze,
and-
maybe.
Yes, some oozes
Oh,
appear
no!
from either side of the urn, and everyone can roll initiative.
God damn it. I mean,
Yay.
it's fine, but
It's XP though. Yo, let's go.
I mean,
It is
we would have
XP.
gotten the XP if we ignored it, probably,
No, not necessarily.
per Pluto's typical rules.
I normally would have given you the XP if you just ignored it Eventually, at least. You get it earlier this way.
Like
though.
at the end of the dungeon or something.
Yes.
It's fine. I mean, it's not like we're lower level than the game expects us to be when we're at this point. It's
You've actually
fine.
fought one of these before.
Yeah,
So,
these
and
are.
you handled it before.
We kicked
I
its
don't
ass.
recall.
It was a gray ooze.
Yeah.
You fought one of these before. This time there's two of them,
They're like
which is
CR4
way
or
scarier.
5, right? I don't know.
All I know is that
Something.
arrows probably aren't the most effective thing against them.
No, I think they work.
Or is piercing okay? Is it slashing that's bad? I don't remember. Or bludgeoning that's bad? I don't know how oozes work.
Well, it depends on the
Give you
ooze.
knowledge.
This one actually doesn't care, or it doesn't have any particular DR or anything. So these actually aren't that
Okay.
bad. I can
Is
freely
there?
tell you
Can
that
we
'cause
gain more knowledge?
you
by
guys
doing
made the
knowledge check,
knowledge
or
check
just-
on them before. Well, I mean, I'll let you
Yeah,
roll
I
them
should-
again if you'd like. Just see. If
I
you
just don't
remember.
remember what we said or what was
Yeah.
told.
Yeah, me neither. So that's fine.
Okay.
So the one of the oozes is so slow that he's going to go after the round tracker. Not really, but I'm gonna drag him back up there. He has a negative initiative.
Yeah, mine -3.
Abrellis, you get to act first.
Cool. I'm gonna take a move action to move over here, and
Are
I'll
you
pull out my
using it?
bow during that move action. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot this one.
Oh yeah, did Pilba already fix his cestus? Did he take the time to cast Mending, or do you not have that prepared?
Yeah.
I think he had plenty of time to
Okay.
do it while we were inspecting
Okay.
things.
Yeah, he did do it.
Yeah, as
Alright.
long as we had it prepared. But yep, sounds like.
Yep, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
I know I
Oh, I
can't
got an
precision them, but probably hit them here.
You sure do. And it looks like the arrow does damage it,
Sweet.
but it looks like it's pretty healthy still.
That's my
You'll
turn.
need to move Ron up an initiative because he was slow.
Done.
But he goes after the ooze. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't move him properly. Alright. Professional GM here. Alright, well this one is going to reach out and try to hit Hannah.
Oh, yep. It's gonna go get her.
Yeah,
First, your
Goodbye,
flat-footed
Hannah.
AC.
I'm fine. It's only a 1 difference between the two. Yeah, that hits.
Does a 24 hit you? Okay. So first off, you're gonna take some damage. You take 7 bludgeoning damage and also 3 acid damage. And it also tries to grab you. What is its CMB for grab? Does a 22 grab you?
Yep.
Okay, so Hannah is currently grabbed by the ooze,
No.
and then it does constrict damage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
6 more acid damage, and 4 bludgeoning damage from its constrict.
Yeah.
Alright.
How are you looking, Hannah? Are you like pretty low?
No, I'm fine.
She's like a third health. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Pilbo, it's your turn.
Sure, bro. Kind of hurting right now. I do not like those attacks.
They're kind of spooky.
And it's knowledge dungeoneering if you want like more information or reminders on what these things can do. But yeah,
I
they're
keep needing
acidic.
to put points in that. Alright, so I'm going to delay until after Jace.
Until after Jace. Okay. Hannah, you are grappled.
I am going to try to get out of this grapple.
You do it. You're out.
And
See,
like, take a
then
move
no
action?
problem.
I move.
Do you 5-foot step, or are you gonna provoke?
I'm gonna 5-foot step. And then I'm gonna use
Okay.
Excuse me.
Use a move action.
Yes, I'm gonna put my wand away. Because I don't think it's gonna work on these. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Do you have knowledge in engineering by chance?
Do.
Go ahead and roll it.
Sure, if there's more to learn here.
Okay, you actually know that acid works just fine on these things.
Oh,
Even though
then
they
I
do
won't
acid
put the
damage.
wand away.
They're immune to cold and fire, but not acid.
That's weird, because they do acid damage.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, then I won't put the wand away. I'll just keep it up.
They're immune to their own acid, but other types of acid can still hurt them.
Gotcha.
Alright, Silric.
I'm gonna delay.
Okay. Just let me know when you want to go, unless there's a specific time you know you want to go.
Yep.
Jace.
Let's see. Nope. Okay.
That's
Nope.
actually still good enough to know. This is a
Oh,
common
okay.
enough creature. DC actually is a 9. So yeah, you know they have ooze traits. The acid stuff you just saw. They're immune to cold and fire. They have a lot of hit
The
points, but
Scorching Ray.
they're very easy to hit.
Oh, okay.
And you know the fact that the way you encountered them actually makes them potentially less dangerous, because normally one of their biggest uh, issues is that they are very good at hiding, and if people stumble into them, they get like a free attack on them basically. Like they're normally ambush.
Yep.
They normally are good at ambushing things because they can blend into their environments really easily.
Okay.
If you hit them with
just
a melee
fixing my
weapon, you have to make
sheet.
a reflex save to avoid having the melee weapon take acid damage. So that's something
Okay,
worth
but
knowing.
I'm just gonna shoot them in acid splash. And I am not using the arcane pool enhancement right now because they're easy to hit supposedly. So should just be this one. Full round on the lower one.
On the lower one, okay. Those will all hit.
Cool. And then the acid splash damage. Let's roll manually. 2 damage. And do I know if they can move fast? I'm kind of worried.
They aren't very fast, but Hannah's definitely still in danger.
They're the
Okay,
fastest things alive.
Whatever. I
They're
can't
like
really go
cheetahs.
anywhere anyways. So I'll
They
wait
move.
here.
They move 100 feet around in a very comical-looking manner.
Now, to be fair, I have a monster that was in Mummy's Mask that literally could, like, leap really long distances.
Yeah.
So, maybe an ooze can do it.
All right,
That's my
Tilbo,
turn.
what do you
Have
got?
fun.
I'm gonna draw my wand of spiritual weapon,
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
and out pops a falchion when I use it.
Nice.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, it gets
are
to do
you
an attack
able to
roll, I believe.
target it? Yeah, I was about to ask that part. Base attack, so d20 plus 3. Is that right? Takes my base attack bonus plus my wisdom. Ooh, that's even better.
Yup.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wham!
Okay,
That's a
which one were
hit.
you attacking?
The one on the right. Or
What?
top.
The top one? Okay. Alright, that'll hit. Then it does 1d8
That's
plus
What's this?
1, I
1d8
think, right
plus
now. It's gonna be caster level 3 because it's a wand.
Alright, so it's +1.
Hey, nice damage.
Although, I guess, is the attack roll gonna be lower because it's based off of the wand's caster instead? I think the attack roll might be lower too.
I think
Since the
so.
wand casting
It-
it.
It's
The
not
attack
using his
roll
wisdom.
is base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
Right, but he uses the casters, and since it's casted from a wand, I think it's gonna
Uh,
use.
It's a little bit. It's gonna be lower.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna be
like.
+1.
It'll be +3 because it's gonna use the normal base attack bonus of a level 3 cleric, and the wisdom you would need to cast a level 2 spell, which is 12. So
Yeah, so it'd be
yeah.
3 + 1.
So it'd just be
I think
normally.
that'll still hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it still hits anyway, but yeah, just for the future, it's you get a +3 to the just the
So it's
+3 to
+4
Okay.
basically to hit total.
the.
But hey, free attack.
Oh yeah, and 1 for the caster level. Yeah, so it's +4. All right, but yeah, that does damage. Hit it pretty good. So we're gonna take his turn now before this thing gets to go, or
No, just let it go.
Oh. Do you not have a ranged weapon that you can at least send at it?
I think
so
he
that
wants
I
it
don't
to
get
get into
hit?
melee with him.
I don't want to get hit again.
It won't
so
hit
if you
it.
can take it down first, that'd be ideal.
this thing's gonna
Shit, it's
inch
coming
its
over here.
way.
Oh, good.
It's gonna inch its way towards Abrellis and Pilbo, but this is a double move for it.
Sweet.
It's fucking fast, man. Slow down.
Abrellis, it's right up next to you.
I don't think I can flank this or get sneak attack damage,
No.
so I'm just gonna 5 foot over here.
Okay.
And you know what's funny is I'm pretty sure that by raw I can dirty trick this and do some things to it, but I'm not sure how I would explain it.
Well, which dirty trick?
Yeah. Depending on which dirty
Well,
trick it is, it
like-
might not work too.
I don't think blindness would work on it. Oozes typically don't need to see, but like
Mhm.
I could probably shake in it or entangle it, but I don't know how I would physically do that. To an
Shaken definitely
ooze.
won't work because it's mindless, but
That's right. Or like sickened or something.
theoretically you could entangle it, which is very silly. I don't know how that
Yeah,
would
so
work.
I'm just gonna attack.
Yeah, you wrap your scarf
pull out
around
my-
it. It prevents it from moving easily.
And then it just like it's still oozy.
Plus, it looks
Also, it's
fashionable with your scarf
Also, it
on
probably melt your scarf.
Yeah, I melt my scarf.
Oh,
Or, I don't know.
yeah.
Actually, oozes typically don't eat non-living matter.
Well, these
They
hurt
digest
your weapons,
flesh.
right?
These ones specifically, the acid melts
it does?
metal and cloth that comes in contact with it. So
Gotcha.
that's actually you'd actually probably even notice since when it grabbed Hannah, it actually is like melted some holes in like her outer
Ew.
like, robe there.
Yeah, I probably need to fix
Okay, well, I'm just still gonna attack it with my short sword.
It can actually like damage your armor if you have armor and it grapples
Bam.
you. Okay, roll a reflex save to see if you are able
yes.
to stop. Yeah. I think hardness. Yeah.
Reflex
Okay,
save.
you're fine. You're fine. Your sword doesn't take any damage. You're able to damage it without keeping the sword in the acid long enough for it to do anything to it.
That's my turn. Good
Uh-oh.
luck, Hannah. Or I don't know, maybe Silric wants to act.
Okay, I gotta refresh roll 20.
He hasn't gone yet.
That's true. Silric, do you want to go now before the next one goes?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll pull out my broadsword, I guess, and try to hit it.
Oh, the monk sword, right?
There
What's
we
it
go.
called?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
9-ring
The
sword.
9-ring sword, yeah. Okay, that'll hit, but you need to roll a reflex save. Okay, so looks like your sword's gonna might take some damage here.
It'll be fine. It can be repaired.
Let's see, how much damage is it? Is that something I gotta roll? Yeah. Might not even matter, I think, because the sword has a hardness of 10, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually do enough acidic damage to the sword to damage it. But if it rolls like a 6, then it does. And can potentially break the sword. Although I think, unlike the caryatids, this one actually needs to do like just doing like that. The caryatids actually say if it takes any damage, it's broken. But this one I think has to do over the certain threshold. All right. So yeah, you do some damage to it. Now you're the one closest to it, so it's going to attempt to attack you. It's going to try to slam into you.
You'll be fine. I promise.
It misses.
See?
Yeah, these things don't have great hits, but when they do hit, they hurt a lot.
I'm also really easy to hit, so, like, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Silric has closer to like 20 AC or something, as opposed to
Yeah.
your like 14 or whatever you have.
Yeah. Yep. 14.
All right, Hannah.
Thank God. Okay, I'm gonna use the wand of acid arrow this time.
And you have precise shot, so you should
I
be able to
do.
fire at either one of these, no problem.
I'll fire at the one at Silric.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
That hit.
Accounting for any cover. Okay. And then the wand's version is just gonna be, I think it's just 2d6, so. $2d4. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I rolled
Take
that
some. Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll 2d4 then. All right. But it has a dot for one more round as well, right?
wrong. 1 round plus 1 per 3 levels, and
Oh, okay. It lasts for 2 rounds then.
yeah, I think you get 2 rounds at least minimal.
Yeah, you can't get it before like 3rd level unless you get it something weird like if you can get the spell before caster level 3 somehow, then you could, which is theoretically possible. It's kind of like how Silric could, with the shard, can cast haste once a day. That uses it doesn't cast it from the shard. It actually gives you the ability to use it yourself. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
your own caster level. So theoretically, if you gave that to a level 1 character, you could actually get caster level 1 haste, even though that normally is never a thing you can do.
Uh-huh. Sweet.
I guess also if a racial ability gives it to you. But alright, it takes some acid damage. It's still up, but it looks pretty badly hurt. Looks like its body's kind of bubbling more than usual. Some of it's like it's smoking, part of it's burning away. But it's still up. Oh yeah, Silric already went. I gotta put his turn right here. So that means it's actually Jace's turn now.
Okay, I'm just gonna full round the one that Bilbo and Abrellis are fighting.
Okay.
And Acid Splash as my spell. Yep.
If
Oh, that's the
only
wrong
they
roll.
weren't.
That's only immune to
Okay.
crit. I should have one
Yeah,
extra attack there, I
go ahead and
think,
roll
because I
it
don't
then.
have my rapid on there. So I think
You have the
just
penalty built in
add
still.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
penalty's still built into my numbers.
All right, so
That's pretty good. That's 19, yeah.
I think it's still up, but yeah, you do some damage, good damage to it here.
Dang. And the
roll your
acid
acid
splash
splash, too.
damage. 4.
Okay, you pepper it with arrows. They all hit. It's pretty easy to hit, but it is still up.
Sweet.
Pilbow.
The spiritual weapon's just going to keep attacking the same one.
Yep,
Yep.
go ahead and roll that, and then you'll have your own turn as well. That hits.
That might, yeah, I was like, that might still hit. These oozes
Oh,
have terrible AC.
oh, okay, fair enough.
Did you notice their initiative bonus is minus
actually,
5, by the way?
No, I did not. I knew it was negative, but I didn't see the
D8
number.
plus 4? No, not D8 plus 4. D8 plus 1. Duh.
All right, so 3 damage.
So,
Okay, it's still up.
yeah.
Dang.
But you still have a turn.
Yeah. I guess I can just hit it and hope I don't break my cestus again.
Sure.
That's fine. Oh, see?
That'll hit.
It's immune to
Don't
crits.
bother with.
That's when we roll all
It's
our
immune to
20s.
crits, so don't bother with. Yeah, don't bother with the confirm roll, but you do hit.
I still want him
Okay.
to punch this thing. Yeah, max
Go
damage.
ahead and roll that reflex
him up.
save. But it is dead.
Pilbo don't care if his cestus melts.
Oh no.
Pilbo out here giving
It's
0
fine.
fucks.
The acid damage doesn't even get through your hardness, so your weapon is fine. Alright, you still have a move action if you want to use it. Could direct this
No.
the spiritual weapon to the
Oh
other
yeah,
one.
I want to direct the
other-
weapon over to the other one, so I don't have to use
Okay,
the move
so
action
next turn
turn.
next turn it'll move over there and hit it. Okay. That one's dead, so it doesn't attack you. And Abrellis.
Alright, I gotta come do some damage here. I'm gonna move up and hit it.
Okay.
Hopefully kill it. With my dex to damage. The real reason to play Unchained Rogue.
Yeah. It is still up. Barely. Go ahead and roll a reflex save as well.
Kill it, Silric.
Actually, you got a mithril short sword. I don't even think even if you make it anyway. I don't even know if it can damage your weapon. Like I don't think it does enough acid damage. All right. So you avoid having to damage your sword anyway. Silric, the last one that gets to go before it goes again.
Can my sword still do damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Even though you failed the reflex save, it didn't actually do enough damage to your sword to affect it.
Oh, okay. Alright. Sword time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that reflex save, but it is down. All right. Your sword's gonna take some damage. Oh, it's fine though. It doesn't do anything.
Wait,
All right.
why didn't our NPC help
Users
us?
are dead.
God damn it.
Because he's
He's Andal.
He's learning.
He
Besides, we
Never
could
helped.
handle it on our own.
he helps by saying things, by giving witty remarks.
Oh, he's
Or
not even a
so witty
bard?
remarks.
Damn.
No, he's not even a bard. He's an expert. He
Shit.
has NPC class levels.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, your curiosity got the better of you, and you opened the jar, and it turned out it was a pair of gray oozes. But you were able to dispatch them without too much difficulty.
I'm keeping this jar. I put it in my bag.
Put the
Alright.
urn in your bag. Okay.
What about these like unstable ones?
No, they're not. Like, they could explode if you pick them up.
Yeah, you think even picking them up and carrying them, unless you had some way to uh keep them stable.
Yeah.
If you're picking it up and moving very carefully and slowly, they'll probably be fine. But as soon as you start moving at full speed, it start jostling them, and they could explode at any moment. But you could have actually
Oh, I
used
want
them
to take
here.
the bombs with us.
You could have picked them up and thrown them at the gray oozes.
Well, I was thinking about, like, before I got grappled, a burning hands, and I was like, oh, can I aim for those and make a big explosion? Anyways, it would have been fun. Well, now I wouldn't mind resting.
It's probably where we're gonna end the session. So, but I'm gonna tally some experience for you in the meantime. But yeah, I guess that's the other thing too. Discuss what you guys want to do for next session as well.
Pick a door.
I know Zadurium was talking about potentially wanting us to switch it to alternating on this week so it doesn't line up the same week as Mantis's game. So that would mean the next game would be on the 23rd. But people would yeah. People prefer to
Well,
go
I
on
mean,
the...
no, I mean I'm okay with the 23rd. It's just every other Thursday anyway.
Thursday, yeah.
Right. So that'd just be
I'm fine with that.
2 Thursdays from now. The 23rd and the 6th and so on. So is everyone good for that still?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that works for me.
So that'll be the plan. That'll be the next session.
Cool.
So let's see.
And we don't have to keep it alternating off Mantises, but it is nice to have not 4 days of Pathfinder in a row, to have 3, rather than being like 2 1 week, then 4, then 2, then 4.
That's
for me,
just your opinion, man.
3 every week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of people who want Pathfinder every day.
I kind of do.
It's inconsistent though. It's 4 then 2, 4 then 2 versus 3 3.
Right now, while I'm out of work
Yeah.
for the summer, I kind of do. I honestly don't even know what our school districts are doing come fall.
Yeah. A lot
They've
of
given
colleges
very
are
vague
doing
answers.
the online schooling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the colleges are just like no, but they still want all of your tuition money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm cool if we call
That's
it here.
crazy.
Why don't we like exit this area and then go back to the witch's cabin? That way we can sleep in peace. And we'll just come back.
Oh, do we want to do that and not just sleep here?
Do you want those things
Kind
to
of a
explode on you in your
Trip,
sleep?
isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to just randomly explode in her sleep. I don't want Andal to like.
How far
I don't
is
know.
that? So we
breathe
can
near
take the
them and then
boats
we all
back?
die.
It's not like you yourself has to physically walk, so does it really matter how far?
But it's
So
role
everyone
playing
gets-
wise, like I don't
We
want
have
to be too
time.
unrealistic.
2,400
plenty of
XP
time.
as well.
Yeah, we have plenty of
I don't know.
Sweet.
I don't know if that puts you up
Yeah,
to
I
level
guess
up
we
or
can go
not,
back.
But
No.
No.
nope. Okay.
2,000. How much?
930 short.
2,400.
Oh, next session then, baby.
Next session you'll be leveling up then. Yeah.
Level
Yeah,
6,
let me-
and I'll have 2 attacks.
Is this the number that everyone has?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
That's the number I have.
Is your number lower, Secret?
Yes.
Yeah?
Okay, I think we have it right.
I think you're missing experience from another session.
Yeah. Seems to
Let's
be
But yes,
happening
20,070 should
all
be
the
it.
time. I don't know.
23,000 is the next level. And that's when I get my Magus Arcana
We could
to
go,
get a familiar.
I'm missing 80?
We could go whatchamacallit.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's not
I'll
much.
just give myself a random 80 XP. I don't know.
Yeah, probably typoed a number or something at some point. It's not a big deal, I think.
Let's go genocide some troglodytes and boggards and we'll hit it easy.
Are you guys ready? I'm
There
gonna
you
get
go.
a familiar at level 6, and then I'm gonna have to try and keep it alive.
Oh god.
No, I'm not ready for your familiar.
Yeah, I'm not ready for a familiar.
You already treat
That'll be
Andal like a
fine.
pet.
Yeah, you might as well just.
I need more things to admire me and be my friend. My familiar is gonna help me with crafting. It's gonna be amazing. I'm sacrificing a lot of a significant chunk of my build for crafting.
There's a wizard archetype where you replace your familiar at level 1 with a commoner.
Oh no, not that one. That one's
Oh,
dumb.
that sounds funny.
He's like
I
your
like
apprentice,
that.
and when you get
Is
higher
he
level,
my
you actually
arcane, like,
well, it
focus
replaces arcane
item?
bond. No, he's not tied to any of that way to that. You just
Oh,
don't
okay.
have an
You have to
You just don't have
commune
arcane
with
bond.
your commoner to get your spells.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I have to prepare my spells with, like, commoner.
It's the instructor archetype, so he's just a follower, kind of like leadership. But you get it. You
Can
Yeah,
I
that
feed
sounds
my
fun.
commoner like a mixture
Matt,
of
I
scrolls
know-
so that they learn level? They
Yeah.
learn spells, yeah.
I know
take
one of my
a
NPCs for your game,
stone and
Matt.
grind the scroll up.
It's gonna be a wizard instructor
Yeah.
Oh no.
who also has leadership
Can I
And a
take
familiar
that like
and a-
feat
and an animal
that makes
companion.
like a tattoo on my body hold my commoner?
Yeah, I don't think it works.
You guys
You
know
can't
that
take
person your
leadership
tattoo
and the archetype, I
Yeah.
assume, Pluto.
I know you're
That way
talking
I just store my commoner in my tattoo.
Yeah, the archetype does not stack with leadership, so it works. It basically gives you leadership at level 1, which is normally not something you
I
can
want
do, but
an animal companion, a familiar, and leadership for people to follow me.
I think it's
Can I awaken my commoner?
the yeah, give him intelligence score. Normally, familiar or commoners are known for only having 1 intelligence. Less intelligent than a dog, who has 2 intelligence.
Can you make your commoner more woke, you mean?
Now we just sound bougie.
Yeah, I like thought it'd be like a really cool thing, especially because when you get to like 4th or 5th level, and your follower gets to be a wizard instead of a commoner. And you just have 2 wizards. But I'm like, yeah, I don't think anybody would
more
ever
spells.
let me. Yeah, I don't think anybody would ever let me play this this archetype, and they would be correct to not let me play it.
So you
Why?
get later, you get a same level. Well, because they get to play 2 characters.
He's a
essentially.
few levels below you, but yeah, you get 2 wizards.
It's not just 2 characters, it's 2 wizards.
Wizards.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine.
And everyone know that wizards are like Voltron. Like, the more you put together, the better it gets.
Okay, so you're saying I can't play this in Hell's Rebels?
You're already a farm boy with...
No.
18
As
strength.
an NPC character, backup character.
No.
I mean,
Uh,
I think leadership's going to be allowed, so you could just take leadership and get a wizard cohort.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't I do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, keep
I've
in
never gotten
mind
to
as
play
well.
with leadership before.
I mean,
Sounds
I'm
fun.
gonna have
Yeah.
leadership.
why
So
would a wizard look up to a farm boy?
right.
Well, no,
Who knows?
this is a new backup NPC character for when
Oh, okay.
Caleb dies. It's not
For
Caleb.
when Caleb
is not going to
dies?
have a follower.
Oh,
I
jeez.
assume Caleb is going to die before I
Wait,
become a
you're
Hell
gonna
Knight.
let him play this wizard class?
I doubt it.
He didn't say he would.
Okay, I wouldn't want to be
But
a
he's allowing
player
leadership.
in that. To be
So
honest,
I can still have a wizard follower as a wizard, or as maybe not even as a wizard, but as
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably.
We'll
The thing
cross
to
the
keep in
bridge.
mind is it depends on, like, generally, leadership. Like, a lot of times people think, like, oh, I get to control that character.
Nope.
But the thing is, actually, is the GM actually gets roles. It's an NPC that follows you around.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's sort of like what Andal does. Only the difference is that because there's leadership gives a mechanic
I can do his
by
build,
which they
kind
can.
of, right?
Well, no, it's just a mechanic by which they get XP. It's not even explicit that you get
Oh.
to control the build on it. The GM has final say on everything on your
meh.
cohort.
Meh.
So you're never
I'll just have
actually
an
going to play
animal
two
companion.
characters.
And then my animal companion will be my second character.
So my only request
And it might be
is
one of those
that you
things
don't
where-
try to steal all the glory and thunder by like killing everything before anybody else can ever do
What?
anything.
When would I ever do that?
All the
Me?
time.
What? Yeah, do I just like suffocate one-shot things? Come on, Secret. That doesn't happen.
It's just I want to play too, you know.
Sure it'll be.
Yeah, I think Whiz Pops is the biggest culprit of stealing the glory, because he's just so freaking powerful.
No.
When's the last time you hit something for 120 damage?
Yeah, Raz does a lot.
When I played Raziel.
As
Raziel one-shot. Okay, Raziel one-shot the boss in Pluto's game in one of our sessions, and no one did anything. I literally just killed him in the
Oh,
first
that was
round.
the.
Well, I mean, everybody
sea
has
dungeon
their
thing.
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have their moments.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
remember
it's
that, though. That was the
dismissal on
construct thing.
shark thing or whatever.
But like, when I'm playing Brugar,
No, he's suffocated.
I'm having
Or
fun
no,
all the time, man. Like, whenever
Phantasmal
I'm
Killer.
in combat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he Phantasmal Killered the shark. That was really funny, actually.
You know, I did all of the time do over 100 damage on Whiz Pops. The Finger of Death does 10 per level. And I'm level, what,
Yeah, but that's a
14,
spell.
Yeah. Yeah, and?
I did it with my muscles.
Okay. Are you the voice in my head saying that I'm weak and I need to wear armor?
He might have
I might be.
been.
It was actually Brugar.
Raz is
Anyway,
at
yeah.
the point where, like, if you were to hit him with, like, a Finger of Death, he might just shrug it off.
I mean, as
Secret
far as
already
much
knows how
health he has,
frustrating it
yeah.
is to try and affect him. No, not even that.
Raz is hard
And
to...
plus, all the magic stuff too, yeah.
His superstition
The will
bonus
save
and
stuff
his
and-
multiple saves, yeah, is actually really difficult to get through.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way I would expect a Finger of Death that has a fort save to work on Raz. Who has
Yeah.
He can
all
roll
the will
one.
save stuff plus high con.
I could roll a
Yeah.
1. I could roll something low, but the problem is my reroll.
And my save's like 20,
Oh, yeah.
what, 6, 24, 26, 28, I don't know. It's
Because, like,
fairly high.
each rage, I have 2 rerolls.
I think my save is 28 on Finger of Death, the DC. It actually might even be higher. It might be 29 because of Necromancy. So I have a
But anyway,
10.
fun game.
Yeah.
I have
I'll see you
28.
guys tomorrow.